Now we are live. Hello and welcome to the first episode of the Tenshadows podcast. We'll be watching the Swagkage versus Noodles rematch. We're watching this live, so this is a live debate that's going on. And that is Noodles has sick itachi, I believe, and Swagkage has pain. Without further ado, I'll explain probably what I think is gonna happen. So what's probably gonna likely happen is Swagkage probably wants to focus on the events leading up to those fights because they're more favorable to Pain. Um, Especially considering like Zetsu saying that Sage Naruto is above like Sasuke, like Zetsu states it. So like you got like a pattern that like Sage Naruto is like meant to be straight up above. And we get a perspective that like Itachi's really sick and Itachi's like not like fighting the way he is, so like it creates a perspective that like Sasuke is not fighting like necessarily like a strong opponent, like narratively. And I think that's where Swag is gonna like focus on those areas. Not like that narrative I was talking about, but like that perspective. If you're looking at other areas, like you use the data books and like events following that fight, I think that's where Noodles is gonna like try and focus on. He can really bring up all the data book scans for Itachi being really strong. And the fact that later Itachi as an Edo Tensei begins to fight KCM1 Naruto, and that KCM1 Naruto is like stronger than Pain stated. Like Naruto states himself that he's a lot stronger than when he fought Pain as KCM1 Naruto. That's probably where Noodles is going to focus on. I can hear you, right? So want to introduce yourself?
One, yo, Raid, what's up, stream? How's it going? I'm just a guy that power scales, so we're gonna be taking a look at this and seeing what's going on. I'm gonna switch to my mic on my PC because right now my mic probably doesn't sound the greatest.
Give you some time then.
Yeah, just give me a sec.
Yeah, I'll give you some time. I'll just wait for a second before starting the just to give him a chance.
Alrighty, should be better with my mic now, y'all. Just to say, what's up again? I'm Raid, just your local power scaler here. Trying to take me and Dio are about to take or me and Candace per se. Gonna be taking a look at this stream.
I have many names. Candace and Deer is one of them.
Yep. So yeah, we'll check out this debate. My thoughts on it. Yeah, it's pretty similar to what Dio was saying about it. I think one thing that's definitely going to be brought up is how strong Amaterasu is. Another person has joined us for this stream. So, Carl, if you want to introduce yourself to Dio's stream, he's streaming right now. So,
Yo, what up, gang? Howdy, what's good? Hello, Dio's following, bruh. Yo, what's good?
W. All right, I'm on.
What are we watching right now, bro?
We're about to check out the Swagkage Noodles rematch call.
Alright, I'm gonna say, just a warning, I haven't started yet, but like I can already see Noodles with a clown mask. So
Yeah,
this might be a total farce already.
I don't know if it's gonna be a
Ooh.
farce, but I think he's trying to clown on Swag or something. But
He
we'll
definitely
see.
is.
We'll see. But Swag's here. He's ready for this debate, so I guess. So yeah, whenever you're ready, Dio, we can get into it.
Alright, without further ado, I'll play.
Bro,
JJ.
Noodles. Bro, Noodles. What the heck is this clown? Oh my gosh. Okay.
Alright, can you do me a favor while this is starting up? Can you check out the stream and see if you can hear like the stream?
Yeah.
The fact that they haven't really settled their premise is a little bit iffy.
Yeah.
That's fine. Alright, right. For some strange reason. Okay. Why? Is that not? That should be it, shouldn't it? That should be it, shouldn't it? Yeah, that's it. That's it. I just posted it. That's it.
Okay.
Right. For some strange reason, I don't know why it copied. Alright. Without further ado, let's begin.
Oh, okay. Noodles' video isn't. Yeah, that's what I can't hear on the stream. Noodles' video isn't making any sound.
Okay. Can you hear yourself?
Yeah, I can hear us.
Okay, so
What?
that's perfect.
Wait, hold on. Let me even see if I can hear myself. Hold on. Yep. So I can hear myself as well.
Okay. So it's just not them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Might want to turn me down a bit, actually. I don't know how I sound right now. If I'm too loud on there or what.
I see. That's fine. Is there a volume button on the streams? Like the Discord. Like, can you give it?
Mm, yeah, I think you can. Yeah, you can. You can alter its volume.
I'm hoping that's all it is. I can't work out where it is. But the thing is, you can hear it. So if you can hear it, then that shouldn't be an issue because I'm streaming it. Maybe I should just I'll just swap the desktop audio. That would just be everything. Alright. I'll just do that. I'll just do that.
Genjutsu will lead nowhere. From the moment Sasuke broke through the Tsukiyomi, Genjutsu battle became pointless, which means it's going to be a direct ninjutsu slugfest from here on out. If the left eye's Mangekyo possesses the most powerful Genjutsu, the right eye's Mangekyo possesses the most powerful physical attack. The Amaterasu produces a black flame that are said to never extinguish until they've burned the target to ash
Yes.
or whatever
Okay.
the
The
caster
audio's
has
fine
in
now.
his eyesight.
Yeah.
So, now I'll post that for you, Swag. There it is, right there, chat.
Disagree with the categorization of the most powerful physical attack because shit like, truth-seeking orbs exist. But I would agree with its ability to do damage to the pains completely uninterrupted.
So you agree that if it catches the pains on fire, it's going to incinerate them then?
Yeah, I could probably grant that. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But so
Oh gosh.
what is your
There's the scan.
like, what's the plan for? Let's say you're controlling Itachi. Well, actually,
Okay.
let's not go like
Okay,
controller
that's
plugged
weird.
in yet. We'll
stick the
stick in
controller in the
character.
butt.
Yeah, like let's stick with in character.
Yep,
What's
that's fine.
Itachi's plan as you see it for like hitting the pains with Amaterasu?
All that's required in order for the Amaterasu goes off, Zetsu also makes this statement that all that needs to happen is wherever his eyes can focus on, as long as his eyes are focused on it, the flames appear in his focus. And I definitely think he'll be able to focus on the pads of pain, so he'll just light them all on fire.
But it is dodgeable.
How is it dodgeable exactly?
Well, the Raikage dodged Sasuke's, for example.
Oh, you're talking about the Raikage scene. Yeah. I mean, you can dodge it in that way because the Raikage, I think, perception blitzed Sasuke in that moment.
Yeah.
So if you want to argue Pain can dodge it, you got to also prove that he can perception
I wouldn't
blitz Itachi.
necessarily say, I wouldn't even have to argue that Pain can dodge it. Pain has two hacks that would be able to get rid of it, Pray to Path and Shinra Tensei.
Pray to Path and Shinra Tensei. Okay, so what about the other paths before we get into that? Are they just going to get burnt up right then?
No, Animal Path would force Itachi to deal with all of the summons with Amaterasu. So let's also establish here, by the way, I want to make it clear, this isn't me like shifting, like I'm not taking the argument from you. We can stick on Amaterasu, but I think that we should establish very early on that Itachi is going to be fighting all 6 of them at the same time, and also multiple animal summons, so there is room for him to get overwhelmed.
Okay, well, I think he can just light the entire battlefield on fire. I mean, he does it.
Wait, why?
He does it at the Uchiha hideout. Like, he lights, like, the entire forest on fire.
I mean, Pain could just move out of the way. You know,
I
he
mean,
can just move to a different part of the battlefield. But I don't think he's catching all the
I don't
paths
think
of
he's
Pain at
fast
once.
enough to get out of the line of sight. And to be honest, like the animal
why?
summon, like the dog is probably the best animal summon. You'd agree?
For the sake of argument, I'll like say right now.
Yeah,
Sure.
I think it's the best.
That's probably like the overall
Yeah.
strongest
So
one. Sure.
that one lost in canon to the Amaterasu. Like it
I
actually
remember
lost.
that.
Like it just couldn't.
So
deal
this
with
is
it.
an example of like Edo scaling that I'd be like cool with, because there's no
Exactly.
reason Edo Itachi's Amaterasu would be like stronger or
No,
whatever.
it's
So
the
yeah,
same
no, I
jutsu,
agree.
yeah.
So you would agree that Itachi would probably, barring Susanoo, would probably have to spend Amaterasu to get rid of the dog, right?
Yeah, I think he would spend an Amaterasu on all of them. Like I think he would just be able to do that. So I think he would.
Yeah,
He would.
but
light
you
them
think
all
he
on
would
fire.
have to? You think he would light them all on fire at once?
He lit like the entire forest on fire. Like he literally can cover the battlefield in Amaterasu.
Well, yeah, but then the Preta Pad just absorbs it.
He can absorb an entire battlefield.
He can absorb things omnidirectionally. They don't have to touch his hands.
Okay. It's still just like if that's the case, like even Nagato when he got lit on fire, and I know this is more Edo scaling, like even Nagato wasn't able to like his. You remember the scene where his like arm gets lit on fire by the Amaterasu?
Yes.
Okay, so when that happens, he like falls off the bird or whatever, and he Shinra Tensei's it off of him later, but it wasn't before his arm got completely incinerated. So I don't think he's gonna be able to use any kind of powers before his like body parts are gonna be able to
That
get incinerated.
Nagato got caught off guard because Kabuto wasn't expecting Itachi to break free of his control. I don't think that is a like a fair representation.
You think
of what
Kabuto got
here.
caught off guard?
Yes.
Based on what?
The fact that had never happened before. No Edo had ever broken
control over
control
Nagato by that point, real quick?
Let me see. I mean, either way, even if he hadn't, but I don't know if it's relevant, but I'll look for it.
I'm pretty sure that happens later in the fight.
Anything,
I'm not trying to like get on you too hard.
Yeah, no,
sure
he probably did, but I think either way, just based on the way that the Edos were programmed, you could just argue that it was like a programming oversight, that they weren't programmed to be prepared for an Edo to just completely switch sides. Like, if Nagato saw Itachi look at him, his instinct wouldn't be put up your guard and get ready to defend, right? Because, like, that had never happened before, an Edo just completely switching sides.
Well,
I don't think
you're
it's
just thinking that, like,
abilities.
he didn't expect Itachi to hit him with the Amaterasu.
Yes.
Once it does hit him, though, like, I mean, it's burnt. Like, he fell off the entire burn.
Positive, yeah.
I wonder if Noodles is going to bring up that Kabuto immediately worked out that was Shisei's eye that did it. There was only one of a juicer that could do this.
Yeah, you could. Yeah, but that's more to Swag, right? Because he's arguing that Kabuto got caught off guard, right?
Yeah. Sorry, the wrong person.
No worries. But what's it called? Pull it back like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll go from there. When we talk, we should just pause it.
Yes.
Once it does hit him, though, like, I mean, it's burnt. Like, he fell off the entire bird, and he still couldn't, like, get it off of him. Like, it already hit him.
What I'm saying though is that the Pains would be ready for it in a way that Itachi wasn't. Or not that Itachi wasn't, in a way that Nagato wasn't.
I don't think so. I mean, it's still Nagato. Like,
we can agree though that these are different situations, right? Because this is like, we're talking about like an in-character death match.
Yeah.
So these are different circumstances, so I don't think that the feat should be used the same way.
I understand, but like at the same time, there's a lot of time for him to push it off after he gets hit, and he simply doesn't. So like, even if he got caught off guard initially, even if he got caught off guard initially, though, there's tons of time after that for him to blow it off of him. There just is. So like, he could have just blew it off of him or absorbed it off him, and he didn't even have the capability to do that. So,
but what I'm saying is, Preta would just be able to absorb it here. It's also unclear if Edo Itachi would be able to launch it as quickly and with as much precision as Sekitachi.
Well, that's what I was about to bring to you. I agreed that maybe he wouldn't be quite as fast, but I don't actually agree to that yet. I'll say this. The feat where he burns off his arm is Nagato with basically combined all 6 pads, right? And you used in the last debate, and you've even referenced it in some of your videos, that when the 6 pads are spread up, they don't actually have hold on, let me actually change this.
What, that they don't have all of the
they don't have all their power in one path like Nagato does though. So he has actually got the most possible chakra he can have before he gets the B amp, of course. The most possible chakra he can have. So all these other paths of pain are going to be slower. That's why like Konohamaru was able to catch one of them off guard.
It would be maybe they would be. It's unquantifiable how much slower they would be and how much slower Itachi would be, though, I'd say. Which is why I don't think that this is a fair, like, I don't think that it's fair to use this as a representation of what would happen in this fight.
I would say it's pretty significant, even if unquantifiable, though, because Konohamaru is still able to land a Rasengan on one of them.
You know one of the non-combat paths, and it's while the path is holding two people, and it doesn't have any ninjutsu to get them off.
Yeah, I understand.
Like, I don't. If the Preda path was just standing there, like barrier up, that obviously wouldn't have worked.
If the Preda path was standing there, barrier up, yeah, it's assuming he's already gonna have the barrier up, though. Like this is like when Nagato gets hit, like he has the absorption ability, and he simply just couldn't absorb it. So it's like he got his entire arm incinerated. So I don't really.
Well, it's not necessarily true that he couldn't absorb it. It's possible that he just like didn't. He might not have been able to absorb it.
Did you want to say something?
No. Keep it going.
Off of him, but he didn't need to because he had Edo regeneration, and he has Shinra Tensei to blow it off.
So. Yeah, I know he has Shinra Tensei to blow off. That's what he does in that scene. He like blows it off of him with Shinra Tensei, but it's already after like his entire body's like lit on fire. His arm is already incinerated, which was the part that got directly hit and stuff like that.
I just think the argument of a blitz is too like there are too many variables that we can't account for because it's from a completely different fight under completely different circumstances with like very different versions of the characters.
Yeah, I mean,
I think there's no way to link Itachi's Amaterasu speed to pain.
I don't think it's any different, to be honest with you, because what's happening when he uses the Amaterasu is he's summoning Hellfire. It's basically stated in the third data.
Well, and like I said,
hold on, real quick, before let me finish real quick. So I understand you're arguing that Nagato's not ready for it, but at the same time, like you're saying they're not comparable. But Itachi was like when he was sick was like near dead, right? He's near dead. He's and then they both get the Edo. They both and like the same thing happens with Pain after he uses all his big jutsu, right? Or Nagato's like coughing up blood. He's like dropping the Chibaku Tensei. His body's failing him and things like that. So it's like this, right? When Pain becomes an Edo Tensei, he also gets all of his bodies absorbed into one path himself, and he also what was I gonna say? They're also both Edo Tensei, so even they're both sick when they're alive, and then they both get the Edo Tensei later. So it's like they're kind of like the same thing in that way. I'm not gonna necessarily argue they. Go ahead.
You can't prove that it's like an equal like stats amp or whatever. And another thing I would argue from that fight is that what I'm talking about with Itachi having to catch him off guard is like proven by the fact that Itachi doesn't think that he can get the drop on Nagato later, which is why he throws kunai into the eyes of the summons. He thinks that Nagato will be able to react to another Amaterasu or Susanoo attack or something.
I don't think yet he was doing. I think he was just doing that preemptively to prevent him from having extra vision. I don't think he was. He wouldn't have.
But he wouldn't have done it if. He wouldn't have done it if he didn't think that Nagato seeing him coming wasn't like a potential problem.
It might have just he could have just.
I think it just
he doesn't have to do it because of that reason though. I think that's just an assumption on your part. He could just be doing it because he doesn't want any of the other summons to be able to intervene necessarily.
Noodles is really good with countering assumptions.
Yeah, because he always calls out if they don't have like evidence for them.
Yeah.
But well, what should be brought up as well is like Swag should bring up the other the opposite to what he said and ask if Noodles has evidence for that. But continue it.
Wants to
but what I'm saying is the fact that he does it and he feels. It's very possible. I'd say that it's the most likely that he's doing it to make sure that Itachi isn't able, that Nagato isn't able to react to him.
I would be careful with using the terminology most likely because in this situation there really isn't any way to determine probability.
But what I'm saying is, I think the fact that he did it at all just supports my argument, especially because it's very clear that Kabuto wasn't ready for what happened, and Nagato by extension probably wasn't.
I get that, but
so I just think that it's very shaky using this as like a blitz or like speed argument.
Well, I think it's kind of on your onus to prove that he even can absorb it in this time frame. You know what I mean? Like
No, I don't have to. You would have to prove that he wouldn't be able to for me to just say that Preda doesn't have the ability to. Because there's no way for you to link Itachi to.
Let's not get into the burden of proof arguments. What I'll say is this: the fact is that Konohamaru is able to land on the paths of pain when they all 6 are up. He is. And I don't remember if the robot path had been destroyed by Kakashi at that point yet, but I don't think he had. So I think it's all 6 up. So I don't think that if Konohamaru can.
I'm just adjusting my volume because Aizen said that apparently you can't hear me too well.
Yeah, if I'm too loud, maybe.
I think that the other paths are just going to get Amaterasu. Huh?
All of the paths were separate.
Yeah, it was all 6
No,
up.
so are you arguing that Konohamaru is like faster than Pain?
In that instance, yeah. I mean, he landed on him. He out-techniqued him and caught him off guard. It's more like he caught him off guard, but the same thing would happen with the Amaterasu.
I would say that Konohamaru caught him off guard while he was holding 2 people for interrogation, and there wasn't anything else he could do.
Well, they do swap hands. They do swap hands. Like, straight up.
Can you show me the scan of them swapping hands real quick?
I can. Does anyone know 6? Do you know what the Pain chapter is? Isn't it like when Konohamaru fights him? I think it's like 340?
Bruh.
Hell no, nigga.
It's like, not 340. It's in the.
It's like 410.
420. 420 is when he fights Kakashi.
All right.
418 is when he pulls up. So sometime after that.
Yeah, the thing
is, around there.
You being loud isn't necessarily even a bad thing as well.
Yeah, I'm just saying if I'm too loud, overshadowing anything, but yeah.
Naruto comes, so it's
what I do know is that
one second.
just isn't as slow as Konohamaru. I might get into why later, but I just know for a fact that Naraka, the pain that gets for Sengon, is not as slow as Konohamaru.
Hold on, we'll get into that here in just a second. Let's find out where Konohamaru lands on this path of pain. Because if Konohamaru is landing on this path of pains, I see absolutely no reason why Itachi couldn't just do the same to all of them as well.
They're not all the same speed.
They're not. I think they are. I think that there's no proof. Like there's proof that's actually.
You're going to say that all of the paths of pain are the same speed?
Yeah, you would be ampling them all with the they're able to combo attack with each other.
Okay, after that, I will keep that in mind. After this scan, I'll respond with something else.
Yeah. We'll find the scan real fast, and then we'll move on from that. We got to find where Kono.
I don't think there's a way to assert there's like different speeds for each pain.
I don't. What's it called? With the pains is super weird. The thing is, you could say with the pains that Nagato may be funneling more chakra into them at certain instances to dodge, because we have to remember it's always his perception, right? So if he doesn't think the pain's physical body can dodge, he'd probably put more chakra in it so it could dodge. So that could make the pain's speed vary. When it comes to like speed feet, you could say maybe the Ashura path or the Tendo path, because they both have the most speed feats, right? The Ashura path reacts to Kakashi's Chidori, and so does Tendo path, right? And then the other ones don't really have those kind of feats. It wouldn't necessarily say they couldn't do that, but there wouldn't be much to say that they could, aside from the fact that it is pain controlling them, right? Like you were saying, you could make the argument that they all, could have the same speed. But one thing to keep in mind, they are different physical bodies, so maybe that would have a factor.
Yeah,
but
it's probably that. It's probably a lot of that, and then like bit of Nagato putting chakra in them, but like you probably also got the. Aspect that like Nagato just might not be paying attention enough to that one pain body.
Yeah, like for the specific pains and stuff, like I think the best way to go about it is, I guess either arguing that they're all relative, or you can argue that they are all not relative, and that like certainly you'd have to argue certain speed feats above certain pains, right, to depict the actual speed scaling there. Yeah, it gets weird with the speed scaling of the pains, but we can keep going from here.
Yeah, definitely.
Armor is laying that Rasengan down.
One thing I think he's gonna pull up the Ashura path, getting like destroyed. Noodles earlier made the point of that, like he thinks all 6 paths are up at this point. But what's it called? So like as the paths go down, they get faster, or they should get faster because Nagato doesn't have to put chakra into one that's destroyed.
And he only has to pay attention to 5 bodies instead of
5, yeah. So we'll see what if Swag catches on that or what. But yeah.
How's it going, chat?
Yeah, what's up, chat? Let me say this.
426. Check 426.
426. I'm on 423. So chat, real quick, if anybody donates to me, mods, go ahead and screenshot their donations. I'm not going to obviously be able to answer it during the debate, but everyone that donates, I appreciate it. Just I'll answer or I'll respond to every single donation at the end of the stream once the debate is finished. So if you guys are going to donate, feel free to, but I will answer them all at the end. All right, so this is where
How do you feel about Popeyes, chat?
Popeyes.
Someone said, "Who is that in the clown paint?"
It's noodles, man.
It definitely looks good. It's hilarious.
Yeah, it is funny, bro.
So memey.
Hold on 1 second. All right. So he already rips the souls out of them before Konohamaru even engages. So that's interesting. Yeah. And then he hops down. Where is it? And this fight is long. Got so much stuff in it. All right. Yep, right here. Here's an instance of Konohamaru straight up just reacting to the Naraka path, dodging his kick.
Okay.
Didn't know that existed.
He
gets his neck grabbed right here. I'm just going to post the context of the fight.
Yeah. So can you post the scan of him reacting to a... Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah. I posted it. Okay.
So you're going to stick with, before I say this, that you think the pains are all relative in speed?
When they're all... yeah, I think the pains are pretty relative in speed.
Okay, so... Let me...
Here's the Rasengan.
This fucking scan bullshit. Actually, 6, do you have the Prada scan? No, wait, I found it.
I just got it up on my phone, the debate.
Chat. Hope you guys are doing good today, chat.
So, if you think that Konohamaru scales above, like, all the paths of pain, Konohamaru is just
when they're all
monster.
6 up, specifically.
Because here... Prada blitzes Sage Naruto.
All right. So
and there's like no room for skepticism here because the bottom right panel there, he's like not even there, and then he just shows up from off panel.
Okay. So firstly, the first thing I'm going to talk about is this is not all pain.
So I noticed in the chat this is Itachi versus Pain. It's like Itachi versus 6 Paths of Pain.
What's up?
Yeah.
This is after.
Just noticed because Aizen. Darkest Hour Oxus.
That is correct.
Multiple pieces destroyed. So more.
What's it called? They included Nagato as well.
Well,
Oh, really?
Like, yeah. Swag got Noodles to agree that to win, Noodles has to take down all of them. Like, so including Nagato.
Oh, okay. So it's a Nagato that's stuck in the statue as well. But
yeah, yeah.
Noodles kind of like reflected on it that he's kind of already done it. Like, if he beats a 6 Paths of Pain, he just beats Nagato anyway.
He said Nagato would be weakened after that, but he got Swag did get him to agree that he has to take down Nagato.
Yeah.
Let's go. Put it back like 10 seconds.
All pains up. This is after.
That is correct.
Multiple pains have been destroyed, so more chakra is being focused into them.
Well, I might grant that Tendo maybe gets stronger when he focuses on just Tendo, but that's only stated for the Chaotic Shinra Tensei. So it's unclear if the pains actually do get stronger as
so you're
more
just being skeptic
go down.
So if you're just going to be skeptic about it, the fact is the pains could all just like they all just have the same chakra receivers into them. He could be like, do you remember the instance where the Rasen Shuriken cuts? I think it's I can't remember which path it is, but he saves the animal path from getting cut by the expanding Rasen Shuriken. He like throws that path out the way.
Yeah.
I think he's focusing chakra into him to do that right there. Because the thing is, like, if they all could have just escaped right there, why didn't they? He had to focus his chakra, and also they're all using chakra receiver, so it's definitely.
Oh no, they did jump out of the way of the Ross. No, well, they did jump out of the way of the Ross and Shuriken.
One got
cut in half.
Yeah.
One got cut in half.
Can you show me the one?
Yeah,
getting
one-
cut in half?
Yes, I can, but real quick, after I do that, I'm just gonna state that it is logically possible for these pads to each be able to be amped differently and have more chakra focused into them, especially if less pads are available on the battlefield. So why wouldn't they have more chakra? You know what I mean? But
We heard that through your
so
mic.
can you
Let's grab
also
the
show
scanner.
that scan real quick?
Let's get the scan real quick.
Sorry.
Where it is? I already have it. It's okay. Don't worry about it. I have a whole server dedicated to this.
A whole server specifically to the pain? Oh gosh.
Oh no.
Interesting.
There's also a data book statement that says he got vaporized by it.
Well, I don't think you'll
Yeah, I'm
need that,
familiar with
Noodles.
that.
It's just showing.
See how he's like caught in it. Like,
Can I see? Oh, that's actually she.
Oh, she. My bad. Well, it's Nagato, right? Like, come on.
No, I know. I'm kidding.
It's Nagato,
but no,
yeah.
so this is not Naruto throwing it. This is it expanding and catching them off guard. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say.
It's not off guard because he's
reacting.
reacting.
Yeah, but they did jump out of the way.
He's throwing the one. Look at it.
Yeah, he's throwing the one out. But
so he saves
what
him.
I'm saying is they did dodge the Rasen Shuriken as the prey to path. It like is shown like blitzing it.
Okay, so firstly, they did. I understand that he like reacts to
like they literally all.
I understand he reacts to the Rasen Shuriken. For one, I don't think the Rasen Shuriken scales to Sage Naruto in speed. I don't think.
Wait,
that
why?
At all. Because when the 6 pads are up, Sage Naruto, or not 6 pads, yeah, it's all 6 pads. Sage Naruto straight up murder blitzes the Ashura path horrifically.
So what I would say to that is why would Naruto throw it then?
Why would Naruto throw it? Because it's a one-shot kill move. So if he does
no, but why would Naruto throw it instead of run with it as he's demonstrated he can do? If
that's
he's faster?
Dangerous. That like
why is it dangerous?
It can damage your chakra network directly.
No. So 6, do you have the scan of the like body thing or whatever where it says his body can like handle the Rasen Shuriken from the?
I do think Noodles kind of chose the wrong way of arguing it right then and there. He probably could have just said if he ran with it like now he's gonna be like closer to the other person. If the other person is able to dodge it, like it'll make it easier to counter him because like he's like closer than what he could have been if he just threw it.
Yeah, as well, like using it at like a long range can have more advantages.
Yeah.
Using it at a close range, and like it could just be a part of Naruto's like strategy to throw it rather than running with it.
Yeah, and you could just throw
it doesn't have to be like a speed thing. Like Naruto could think that he could tag him with both the Rasen Shuriken and his combat speed.
Yeah.
Like his like attack, like his punching speed for his taijutsu and stuff. You think he could think both could hit, and like this is like I'm pretty sure this is the first instance that Naruto throws Rasen Shuriken in the fight. So this is as well. You could argue it's just him testing out how the speed compares. But
Yeah, it could also be that, and then like you could also have the case he just throws the Rasen Shuriken, and then he could follow up with a normal Rasengan later because that would be like faster to like do as a technique.
Yeah, like by that logic, you could just say like by what Swag is asking, you could legit just say, why doesn't Naruto just use the Rasengan?
Yeah,
Because if it's faster. But what's it called? Swag's about to bring a data book statement where it talks about Naruto's body being able to handle the Rasen Shuriken. So this is gonna support Swag's point that he could have just ran with it. And it's gonna go back to why did he throw it, and then because they're arguing if whether or not the Rasen Shuriken is actually slower than Sage Mode Naruto or if it's relative to Sage Mode Naruto. So yeah,
there's probably no way to really prove that because I'm pretty sure the only one that has like an speed amp is the Raikiri.
Yeah, no, I guess they're just going over the attack, like the attack speed, like how fast I guess he throws it and how fast it expands comparatively to how fast Naruto attacks. Yeah, so that's why they're going over. That's what they're going over now. But yeah.
Data book.
Even if it says that,
like body thing or whatever, where it says his body can like handle the Rasen Shuriken from the data book.
Even if it says that, it's probably just the creation of it. I don't think that the actual explosion he can handle.
No, it says that he nullifies all the risks or something.
Yeah. Do you think the fireball jutsu is as fast as the users?
I don't necessarily think that that's relevant here.
Do I need to send the scan?
Yeah. Can you send me the scan so I can put it in the chat?
It's 100% relevant because if the fireball's not as fast, and your logic is that, oh, why would they use it if it's not as fast as their base
No,
speed?
it's not why would Naruto use it. It's why would Naruto throw it if he could just run with it.
Well, I understand that, but at the same time, that can make it way more obvious.
Shoot it projectile.
What's the
projectile? I mean,
is this the example? I'm pretty sure in this example where he reacts to the Rasen Shuriken, isn't that a fake one or some shit? Or am I
no, it's
that?
real.
It's real. That's the real one. Okay. There was another instance where it's a fake one.
Yeah, he does do a shadow Rasen Shuriken.
Yeah.
That's when he's fighting Tendo solo.
Yeah, and it could just be the case he thinks it'll land when he throws it in that instance. You know what I mean? Like he might think it might.
But
be
he
fast
throws
enough.
it every time, and it's the act of throwing it that.
But he does something different every time. So like when he throws it that time with the path absorbs it, right? He sees that it doesn't work, and then the next time he throws it, he expands it.
I really just thought of it as like it might just be he can't even control the DC or it just might be he just throws it so it's not caught up in his own DC and gets killed by his own jutsu.
That as well. Like even if he could, even if like the data book does say that he's like his body's like not able to get damaged by it or whatever the exact scan says. I have to see it, but even if it says that, like Naruto could just not want to even take that risk. So
yeah,
he like because to say that it won't damage him at all, I don't know, but. Like if it's saying that he could tank or handle the cellular like attack from the Rasen Shuriken, but he may not be able to handle the force of it, but
nah,
it really
because he's every time he uses it he's like Tsunade warns him not to use the jutsu again.
Yeah. Due to the cellular, right? Like the
Then again,
so,
it might be bullshit because it keeps using it 24/7 and
well, after that, that's why when Tsunade tells him that's why he does the throwing it now, right?
Yeah,
but that's the reason that we see him. That's like why I thought he did it in the show. With that data book scan, you could argue he could still run with it, but yeah. So that's what Swag's arguing right now.
I see.
Catch them off guard, and the next
no,
time
he
after
expands
that,
it. He expands it the time before this because that's
well, yeah,
the one that
it's the same logic though. Because if Pain has already seen the ability, he's don't you agree that he would be able to decipher how to dodge that the next time? Like that's the whole thing with.
Well,
Naruto
he already dodged it the first time though. So Pain
wait, which is the first time?
Times.
The expanding one? Or
the first time is the expanding one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He demonstrates multiple times that he's able to dodge the Rasen Shuriken.
Let's slow it down a little bit so I can so we can focus on specific points.
Sure.
Okay. So if he didn't dodge it the first time and one of the pads got destroyed, okay, that means the next time he'll be ready for that, right? The next time.
Wait, what are you saying?
So like if he gets hit by the jutsu this time, he's not gonna get hit by the same technique again, right?
But he dodged it the first time. That's what I'm saying.
You said that the
expansive, he dodges it.
You said the expansive Rasen Shuriken is him dodging it.
Yeah, so he dodges it, and then Naruto expands it to hit one of the pains, but the pains did dodge it. I
understand that. I'm not saying that he's dodging the initial, or I'm not saying that he's not dodging the initial Rasen Shuriken. What I'm saying is he's not dodging the expansion of it.
So what does this have to do with the fact that the Preda runs in from like off panel, and just turbo blitzes the Rasen Shuriken here?
Well, we'll get into
Naruto
that. We haven't
can't
even finished this point,
sense
so I
him.
don't want to move on from to a new point yet. So we'll finish this point first. Do you agree?
Well, no, this is the same point.
It's not.
I'm saying that Naruto got blitzed, and I'm just like, what does the fact that he already saw it have to do with the fact that
I don't think it's Naruto himself getting blitzed. I think it's his Rasen Shuriken getting reacted to.
No, Naruto gets an exclamation point above his head.
Just indicates
the
surprise.
Preda runs in front of it. Right, it indicates he didn't even see it before the Rasen Shuriken got absorbed.
What makes you say that? Are you just assuming it?
Because of the exclamation point.
That's
He's like, oh,
that's just a
fuck,
vague indication of surprise. If a rat fell on my head, I would have an exclamation point above my
No,
head.
Naruto doesn't even recognize that it's Preta until the panel after it starts getting absorbed.
He could be surprised that he's absorbing it. Like, he could be surprised that, literally, I can name any aspect of this.
No, he's not surprised that he's absorbing it because he knows that pain is the one that absorbs ninjutsu.
So what, are you just assuming what he's surprised at?
What do you mean? No, I think it's okay. It's extremely clear that he's supposed to be like, wait, what the fuck? Where'd he come from? Because Naruto thought that he took the Preta out. He's surprised that Preta is even there in the first place because he thought it was dead. So the fact that he couldn't even sense it before with Sage Mode and then it showed up and absorbed his attack means that he got perception blitz.
No, that's not what that means. So if he's surprised that one's dead or that one came back to life, that means he didn't sense it. You're right. But just because he has Sage Mode doesn't mean he has this omniscience where he's focusing on all of his senses at the same time. That's not how sensing works. Like, this is the same argument as like, Sakura scales the Kaguya because she punched her and she has Sage Mode. It's that same level type of argumentation.
It's not the same thing at all.
She has Sage Mode, so does Sakura scale the Kaguya in speed?
No, this is a completely irrelevant.
So
argument.
Answer the.
No, I mean,
okay,
if I said yeah, how would that help you?
I mean, I would say that you're wrong. So I would argue with you on that. That's what I would say. But do you want to go down that path? Do you want to stand that?
I really
Sakura
don't want to go
Kaguya
through the Sakura gauntlet again, bro. Don't do this to me.
Well, listen, I'll put it to you this way, right? So something can be inside your vision, and you simply don't focus on it, and it can catch you off guard. So just give you an instance, the deer in headlights effect.
Naruto.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter?
Kaguya was too focused on DMS Kakashi and Sage of Six Pads, Naruto, and Sasuke to react to Sakura. She was completely focused on them. So because there's greater threats there, her focus is on them. Like, you ever play Call of Duty? I know this is really
Of course I play Call of Duty.
Do you know the Sixth Sense perk?
Yeah.
So you know how, like, it'll show you on the mini map a general idea of what direction they're coming from, right?
Yes.
So that in a way is a Sixth Sense, just like Sage Mode. But if you don't look at your mini map and you don't focus on that Sixth Sense, right? If you don't focus on which direction, it won't help you. You can still get caught off guard. So
I think you're making a lot of assumptions here, dog, to like just hand
that's just how focus
the fact
works.
that Naruto was clearly blitzed here. Like Naruto.
Yeah, it's. The thing is, it's not necessarily an assumption because there's like it's explained how focusing works.
Yeah,
the thing is, it's also true that he's making assumptions of like do people actually have that in mind how focusing works?
Yeah, like he's definitely bringing up the off guard thing in like multiple different instances. Like he's using the Kaguya instance, the Call of Duty example, just to show that like, oh, just because you can see something, like it's in your visuals, right? That doesn't mean you're necessarily paying attention to it. So that's where Noodles is going with this off guard argument. Explaining the focus, right? Not necessarily off guard, but like explaining the focus. Like you could say it's off guard, but he's just dictating why it wouldn't be a blitz on the Preta Pass part, just because Naruto has an exclamation mark when it appears.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's also nearly a 2-hour debate
already. Oh yeah.
Wait,
yeah.
Hour and 10 minutes. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Naruto didn't even know he got up, and he was able to like. Granted, I will admit that when he did this, he was like locked in, but he sensed the entire battlefield at once. And here he's like fighting the paths of pain. So you would think that he would be able to sense
sensed the
them,
battlefield
right?
before he even started fighting, though. So
wait, what do you mean? Wait, like here?
Yeah, like when you're talking about like when he's like, oh, I don't sense Kakashi's chakra Tsunade. That's what the statement you're referencing.
Yeah, so Pain got up so fast that he wasn't even able to tell, and then he ran in front of the Rasen Shuriken.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Naruto.
That's not what I'm talking about. We're talking about when he sensed the entire battlefield.
No. I know what you're talking about, but I'm saying, so Naruto demonstrated these extrasensory abilities.
But yeah, he wasn't focused on fighting yet. Like, of course he's not going to be focused on fighting the path he thought he already killed. He's going to be focused on Tendo trying to hit him. So it easily could catch him off guard, and there's no proof that he was focusing on him. So Sage Mode doesn't give you, like, omniscience. It just doesn't.
I never said that it gives you omniscience, but the fact that he... Okay, so...
Even on characters that have omniscience, do fail on focusing on possible futures.
Yeah, if you was really omniscient, but...
First of all, again, Naruto is in Sage Mode here, and Sage Mode does give you a sensory boost. Naruto is focused on fighting pain, which consists of 6 bodies, and he did not notice at all that Preta got up.
Well, that's
then
true.
Then Preta ran in front of an attack that should be as fast as or faster than him and absorbed it from off panel when he was not in sight at all before that. That is a blitz. Well, you cannot tell me a character that did that is as fast as Konohamaru.
I don't think it's a blitz at all. I think he just got caught by surprise. I'm serious, bro. I'm serious.
That's cap.
Hold on. I'm gonna send you a scan and you tell me if this is a blitz. Okay.
Okay.
So we'll go into like who blitzes who more consistently next. I think is relevant. So hold on real quick. So this is like in the beginning of the fight when Naruto is like on top of Gamabunta, and they're about to fight. Basically, this is right before the encounter. Hold on real quick. I'm messing up where my scans are.
Yeah, that's a blitz.
You agree it's a blitz already? You already know the scene I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah. Naruto blitzes the
I'll go ahead and post it just for... Yeah,
so he's coming out at max.
Yeah. The funny thing about this is both the instances that they're arguing are a blitz are not a blitz. So for the first instance, obviously we've already been through this instance. Why I don't know why Swag is trying to claim that he speed blitzed Naruto's perception, but that's just not correct because we already went over that. For the noodles example, right? First off, like the Ashura path, right, is like focused on like attacking Tsunade, right? And though you could say the other pains, like maybe we're looking at Naruto before he like jumped down, but we really don't even know. So it's just like Naruto does react to the Ashura path and travel a more distance than the Ashura path. So Naruto can react and has clearly greater movement speed, not taking anything away there, but he didn't blitz the Ashura path perception. And the only way to prove that would be saying that the other pains were focusing on Naruto, which I don't think it's provable.
It's probably safe to say that Nagato was specifically focusing on the pains that are attacking. He might
and the Tsunade and the Tsunade that he's attacking in front of him.
yeah. So it might have some degree of like focus on the other pains, but it clearly just isn't as much as what he's focusing on attacking with the other pains.
Yeah, so I don't think either of the instances are a blitz. Noodles' instance at least proves Naruto's faster than the Ashura path. Yeah. But yeah, we'll go from there.
Max, bro.
Just
bring it back a little bit. Yeah, pull it back a bit, yeah.
Hold on real quick. I'm messing up where my scans are.
Yeah, that's a blitz.
You agree it's a blitz already? You already know the scene I'm talking about, don't you?
Yeah. Naruto blitzes the
I'll go ahead and post it just for... Yeah.
So he's coming out at max, bro. He has max. This is Naruto at like 150%, bro. He's like mental amp. He just got all his sage energy shit because he's sitting there trying to protect
mental amp.
This is the dude that killed Jiraiya.
You better chill, bro. You better chill.
Nah, I'm gonna argue that this is a mental amp, bro. This is Naruto.
If he's
mental amp.
Shonen protagonist amp.
Listen, I won't argue about whether or not he is mentally amped.
But
I will say
amp,
this,
bro.
I will say this: if he's mentally amped here, he's mentally amped the whole fight. Because the reason you would argue he's mentally amped is because he's protecting his people, and he does that.
No, not necessarily. He's protecting Tsunade specifically here, and he's trying to demonstrate how
he's protecting the whole village even after
angry.
This, though. He knows that.
He's also got the most nature energy throughout the fight here, right?
He
So he
refreshes
might have,
his-
but
Okay.
he
he
might have.
refreshes his
So,
nature
so
energy every time he gets a new clone.
yeah, but what I'm
Yeah,
saying
he does
is
refresh the
might have
nature
thought
energy,
he had
yeah.
more to. You would agree that it's possible that he might have thought he had more to spare here than he did perhaps later on once he started running out of it, and might have used the nature
Maybe.
energy to amp his strength and speed a little bit more than maybe he does
I'm
later.
gonna disagree with you because I don't think he runs out of chakra.
You don't think it's even No, I'm not saying that he did it 100% necessarily, but you would agree that it's possible that he did, right?
I mean, anything is possible, but I'm not going to argue that that's likely.
You would agree that it's not
I would say it's
outrageous
improbable.
claim to make. You would agree that it's
It
not an
depends on what you
outrageous
mean by
claim to make.
outrageous, but hold on, before
It's
we get
possible.
into that,
He just
what
said
I'm going to
it's
say is
possible.
he didn't even use his last Sage clone.
Yeah.
He didn't.
Mm.
So it's like, I don't
No,
think
he did when he fought against Tendo at the very end. He used his last Sage.
No, because it stated that when he went into the Ninetales mode, it dispelled his last clone.
Can you show that?
Yeah.
I could be capping there.
Yeah,
but,
you are, but
I'm
it's okay.
pretty sure he used it.
Oh
No, he came out of the Chibaku Tensei and Sage.
Yeah,
Clone.
he
Go
was-
ahead and
he was-
send a scan
yeah,
just
you know
to
it.
make sure for me. But yeah, he
Yeah,
might
yeah,
have come out of Chibaku Tensei in Sage.
Hold
Mode.
on,
Yeah, I
real
could be
quick.
wrong about that.
Real quick.
Yeah, you did. You did come out of
I
Chibaku
forgot to
Tensei
do
and
this
Sage
before the
Mode.
debate, but let me make sure my audio is okay for everybody. Hopefully it is, because that would be really trash if it wasn't. Yo, chat, real quick, could you tell me if the audio's okay?
Pain is just not as fast as, or Konohamaru is just not as fast as Pain.
You guys can hear me? Can you hear Swag okay?
Yeah,
It's good?
Yeah.
All right, good.
Can y'all hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. I was just double checking. I got a little paranoid. I was like, man, I really hope this doesn't. Hold on, real quick. Let me go back to my one app, my Facecam app. All right, let's go, chat. Let's go. Get some donuts flowing. I'll read them after the fucking debate. Hold on, real quick. Where am I looking? Let me just type it in up here.
Someone said in chat that paint is not a mask. Like that's the real thing.
No, it's not a mask, bro. You can see my beard is painted, bro. Look. You can see my
Bruh,
beard.
bro went all in
I
for
think they're
this,
saying
bro.
like that's the real you, bro. You
Oh,
really
yeah.
This is on that Arthur Fleck shit.
Yeah, this is the man behind the mask, buddy. All right, here it is. I found it. I'll show this for chat.
More like the mask behind the mask.
He says, ugh, when I went into the Ninetale state and it agitated my chakra, I lost my last shadow doppelganger.
Yeah.
So I don't think he ever ran out of chakra like the entire fight. Like, I think he had chakra.
Oh wait,
throughout the whole
no,
fight.
but he lost the Sage clone before like the very end, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, he was still summoning like hundreds of clones even at the very end. Like, I mean,
The reason he was able
to.
the reason he was summoning hundreds of clones was because he couldn't summon. He couldn't use shadow clones in this fight and keep his Sage clones up.
I know, but that shows that he's not like shadow clones require a ton of chakra. So I mean, he still has chakra left. It's not like he's still.
No,
using
he got his chakra back from Minato. Minato like gave him some.
Did he?
Yeah.
Well, that just proves that he didn't run out of chakra even at the end.
No, but what I'm saying is Naruto's at like full tilt when he blitzes the Asura path.
I think it's just an assumption to say he gets weaker throughout the rest of the fight. Like you're just basing that on nothing. So it's like, why would we even say that? Like he doesn't. He doesn't show.
It's not based on nothing. It's based off the fact that he gets blitzed.
When people get weak.
He doesn't get
fatigue.
Yeah, there's probably some type of the fatigue, but the thing, him arguing that it's like that he got blitzed there, and that's why he got slower. Well, first you have to,
Yeah.
he actually got blitz swag, and I don't know if you really prove that, but I just based on that argument, I'd have to look at it again, but I don't really think swag won that point. But yeah, we can continue from there.
Definitely. I do think that you
Yeah.
prove like for someone to be like weakened, like to like prove that it actually like affects your stats. You need to prove that they're at like 50% of strength, because that's actually like a 2 times multiplier. Because everything else is like a 1.5 or a 1.6 or whatever. Otherwise, and most people have like abilities to amplify the stats well above 2 times. I think.
Yeah, depending on the character, yeah.
Weakened, you would agree that they show physical signs of fatigue, right?
Yeah, like getting blitzed.
Naruto never showed
a
one.
path of a guy he blitzes Asura, and then Preda blitzes him.
He
So
no,
he's
he
fatigued.
Prada reacts to the Rasen Shuriken, and real quick, I'm gonna explain clearly why jutsu do not inherently scale to the user, including
That's
the
a
Rasen
different
Shuriken.
argument. That's a different
Well,
argument.
this is relevant to the Rasen Shuriken because it is a jutsu.
Sure. Go for it.
Okay, so like for instance, the truth-seeking orbs, right? When Sage Minato fought Jubidara, Ten Tails Madara, he fought him in Sage mode, and he got blitzed and torn apart, got his arm chopped off, got beat the hell up, and kicked away. But then in base, even in base, he's able to teleport and react to the truth-seeking orbs. So that just proves the truth-seeking orbs aren't as fast as Madara. So why could it not be the case that the Rasen Shuriken, in a similar line of logic, is not as fast as Naruto?
Well, first of all, that's not necessarily true. But even if I grant that, the reason why it doesn't make any sense for the Rasen Shuriken to be
I think it's just a really weird scaling and
He's
contradiction.
he's just saying it's. He said it was not necessarily true, but he didn't. He's just moving on from that and saying even if I granted, I think he's just saying not necessarily true to just pose a disagreement. But yeah. But what Noodles said there was I do have to check if Madara blitz Sage Minato and if it was actually a blitz. That's the one thing I'm not 100% sure about. But if he did blitz Sage Minato and then Minato goes on in base to react to the True Seeking Orbs, that would prove Madara is faster than the True Seeking Orbs, and what Noodles is trying to get across, the Jutsu can be slower than the user. But we'll see Swag's counter argument, I guess. Yeah.
I thought you meant jutsu speed as in like the hand movements.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so the whole jutsu. But yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
like unironically, like yeah, there are jutsus that are faster than like the user, like the
Faster or slower. Yeah.
slower. There are a couple reasons actually. First of all, Naruto's physically throwing it. So this is his physical strength. Second off, why would he throw it if he could just run with it?
Well, like I said, people use jutsu that are slower than them if they think they'll hit. Like they don't have to be.
But you can't. You can't
What
just
the
like
fuck is this?
melee attack with a fireball. No, you.
Pause it. Naoya is here. Naoya has arrived.
Wait, the live already happened?
I'm streaming.
Yeah, he's streaming.
Open the thing. I'm pretty sure
It's not.
live.
It's not. Yeah, it's not over yet. I don't think. Yeah.
Yeah, still going.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Are you gonna join us? You might as well introduce yourself to the stream if you're gonna say.
Oh shit, what's up?
Hey Noya,
This is not.
I'm a massive Noya stan. Yeah, I love JJK. I hate Bob's
Maki.
Bro, hates Maki.
W.
What?
Anyways, do you know what this is? Pain. 6 Foster Pain versus Itachi. We're just going through not Itachi's Pain. Pain's scaling at the moment.
Yeah, Pain's speed scaling. And Noodles argued that Konohamaru can react to a path of pain, and then Swag is arguing that Sage Naruto is, slower than a path of pain. So Swag's, I guess, using this to pose a contradiction, saying, you think Sage Naruto is slower than Konohamaru, and now they're on the point of whether or not the Rasen Shuriken scales to Naruto's actual speed. So yeah.
I do think if it does scale to your throwing speed, the thing is, it might be faster because there's less mass in the kunai.
Yeah, if a kunai is faster than me and Naoya had this discussion the other day. Anyways, if a kunai is faster than you in the first place, but yeah, what's it called? Yeah, pull it back like 10 seconds, I guess.
But you can't. You can't just like melee attack with a fireball. No, you can't.
I know that. I'm gonna explain it. Like, it would put Naruto in more harm's way to get up close and try and hit him with the Rasen Shuriken. Because at the end of the day, everyone, like Pain even says this during the fight, the Rasen Shuriken is his win con. Like, that's his big move that everyone sees, has a ton of chakra generating in it. Pain, it's gonna be really obvious if Naruto just tries to run up to him. But if he throws it, then he can do other shit in the meantime, like he did with the Shadow.
But he doesn't do other shit in the meantime.
He does. After it gets absorbed, he does.
after it gets absorbed. Yes, he doesn't do other shit in the
Think about it.
meantime
Think
while it's
about it.
being thrown because it's as fast as
Think about it,
is.
right? Tendo was on the ground. The other path had to jump in to save Tendo because it was about to kill Tendo, right?
Yes, because
Okay.
Tendo is out of pocket.
So, from Naruto's perspective, because he's not focusing on the other path of pain that he thought he already killed, he knew the Rasen Shuriken was going to hit Tendo. So, it's not an issue of Naruto, the Rasen Shuriken scaling to Naruto. It's just an issue that Naruto was not focusing on the other path of pain. Because had that other path of pain still been dead, Tendo would have died. So it's the case that there is no proof the Rasen Shuriken scales to Naruto. You are making an assumption on that.
No, that's not that there's no proof, because there's just no reason for him not to. If
It would've
Tendo
worked.
has
There
no
was a
ability,
reason.
no. If Tendo has no, like, okay,
You said yourself it would've worked.
No. Let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay.
You just said yourself, right? I'm going to quote your argument back to you that Pain is on the ground. Naruto has no reason to believe he can dodge it or hit him. Naruto thinks that the only other path up right now is Naraka, which is a non-combat path, which means he has no reason to believe it's risky for him to run up and punch Pain or Tendo in the face with a Rasen Shuriken.
He has no reason not to blow him up from range either.
If it was so much faster for him to do that the Rasen Shuriken scales below fucking like Konohamaru, then Naruto would have just run up to him and done it.
I still think that, like, him throwing it, for one, he has no reason to believe that the throw wouldn't work either. For two, I
if
think
it's slower than
real quick,
Konohamaru, he would believe that he shouldn't do it.
Yeah, what I'm gonna say is he would also get caught in that blast. I know you said earlier there was a reason.
No, he wouldn't.
Yeah, he could. He very well could. If he
He
runs
didn't
up and
get caught in
slams
the blast
it might
against
get
Kakuzu.
Yeah, he did. Didn't he?
I mean, he was fine.
His arm was fucked up.
Yeah, but it explains in the data book that that's not a risk anymore.
Why is that not a risk anymore? Is it because he throws
because
it, right?
he perfected his body. Okay, so read the second paragraph on the right page.
Let me read it. I didn't know you posted it. My bad.
Yeah, so it's the sentence before, too.
If he really didn't perfect his body, he has, like, cellular durability negation.
That's what people argue based on this scan. We'll get to that. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're about to. Yeah, about to
power
read
is
it.
so strong at a short distance that even Naruto, its user, sustains damage. It's its lethal weakness, but he overcomes it by mastering the Sage mode and obtaining a tough body, which means that he can throw it. Yeah, it's a mistranslation there, but it's supposed to say tough body.
Then. We have a translator in here, right?
Sure.
Yeah. If someone could find the raw for that, that would be appreciated. Because if it's mistranslated, I want to see what it.
But okay, but if it does say tough body, you would agree then that is not a risk, and Naruto has no reason not to run.
I suppose, but
I hope they both agreed on this translator before, and
he also has.
Yeah, no, they probably did. Yeah.
Hopefully.
Swag seems to have no contention with it now. So.
Yeah,
Do
definitely.
we need to get the raw? Get the translator?
Yes, please. If you want, I can have like my buddy Nate get the raw. He's good at getting the raws.
No, I got the raw.
Okay, appreciate you. Get that little. Here, I'll show you the. I'll snip tool the part you need to.
02, and okay, they're ready. So I'm just gonna send them the raw.
Okay. I'll snip tool the part. If you guys
Yo,
want to look at the part
02
when
about to
he
translate
those paragraphs.
Yeah, definitely. I guess
that's good. That's gonna be interesting. I want to hear this because I want to know what the scan actually says too. Because yeah, definitely.
Really presenting his deepness.
Perhaps over there. Appreciate it.
I'm gonna put the raw in the
boys.
chat noodle so you can put it on the screen.
Phone's messing up.
Was this like a condition for the debate for him to like paint himself as a clown?
No. He just decided to do so.
Just decided to do it, yeah.
This is what the kitchens of little Caesars have created.
That's why I was worried at.
Oh my god!
I was worried in the beginning that it was like a total false because like he put on like band makeup.
Check scan chat.
No, some of the paintings fucking. It's not even like perfectly straight, and it's fucking all over the place.
He probably just looked at himself in the mirror and just painted it over his face.
And whatchamacall, Forte, y'all can tell us. Here's the translation that Swag was using. There's the raw. What they're trying to figure out is if that second part there actually says that Naruto has a tough body, because the other person who translated this said it had a throw body.
Faux body, yeah.
What? A fur body? What was it?
The word though. The word though.
Okay, it's probably gonna be a tough body.
We'll see. What's
Oh,
up,
I'm actually
Alex?
Raid.
Oh, I'm streaming right now. You probably should introduce yourself to the stream.
Jogo's the
Name's
strongest.
Alex.
I'm a Jogo disciple.
Yes, sir.
Jogo scales higher than all of Naruto co-partner.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, I would win.
Holy shit! I got a $200 donation, bro.
Hey,
$200.
Wait, Dio, did the debate end?
I don't know.
No, they're still going. I think we check. Yep, still going.
Yeah. It's probably gonna be a part 2 or a part 3. Who knows?
Unless we'll see. Yeah, see.
Yeah. Looks like I've got content for next week on this.
All donations
Bro's milking it.
W.
at the end, boys. I'm sorry that I can't reply to them right now. Someone just sent me a. Oh my gosh.
Someone said, "Why is
$200?
Surfbone not here?" Oh, he's here.
He's here. Surfbone.
He's just
$200.
Yeah. I forgot he's in the arena. He can't talk.
That must be more than what Little Caesars pays.
Is Surfbone the guy he debated on the whole drunk situation? Like that was his friend.
Yeah.
He debates for that. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna get into that, but yeah, he debates for a position regarding him. We can continue the stream.
Definitely.
You guys like my hat?
I should stop looking at chat because I don't want to accidentally get arguments. My bad.
I don't think they're even talking about arguments.
I invited you up, Surfbone, if you want to say hey to the chat or something.
No, but like, look at the rosy cheek part. Like, it's like a.
Bro, no, why do you care so much?
What's up, Surfbone?
Yo. Are Forte and 02 there?
Face cam is being weird.
Let me make sure they're.
So I just have a question for you too. So wait. So you think if Naruto chucked this shit at Konohamaru would just jump over it?
There's less pads up right now.
Okay.
Okay.
He's working on it.
I don't necessarily think that, because if there's less pads up, they could have more chakra. So that, yeah, he could potentially jump over it, or he potentially could just get hit by it. Is what I meant to say. Like,
I think Konohamaru gets his shit fucking obliterated.
Probably, yeah, probably.
I think he gets turbo.
Especially if it's Naruto doing his normal shit where he's like distracting them and stuff. Yeah, I think the Rasen Shuriken would work on Konohamaru. But that's, again, like, this is not all 6 up. This is...
So what I would say to that is that you said yourself that Nagato can redistribute the chakra, so it's possible that Nagato was putting more chakra into the combat paths like Tendo, Animal, and stuff.
I think they're all combat paths.
Naraka was just...
Except maybe Naraka, but all the other
Naraka is the one that was fighting Konohamaru. And Human's not combat either. Human is reconnaissance. It's the one that sucks up the soul.
It's just an assumption to say he's not giving them all equal chakra. So, like,
yeah, but it's also an assumption to say he's giving them all equal chakra.
I know, but we did the point that I'm making is that because
so it's unquantifiable.
Yeah, but that doesn't help you. Like, the point I'm making is that because
because the Prada path blitz the Rasen Shuriken.
Swag.
This argument would actually go in, I think, in the other favor because can't necessarily prove like certain favoritism.
I think you can. You can use the feed that Raid and I pointed out where Path can like tank the 6-tail Biju bomb at point blank.
Nintendo.
Yeah.
Well, that is with one pain up. I think they already agreed that one pain would be stronger, but because they had some contention with whether or not just one lowering would be, but now they're getting into it's unquantifiable for both. So Yeah, and then Swag's going back to that Sage Naruto got blitzed.
Yeah, one Predator Pet is for sure stronger, based on just like any feed.
Yeah, Tendo.
I think. Yeah. What I'm saying, Predator Pet. Tendo Pet is like pretty clearly stronger, individually at least. Like based on just feeds, he's way stronger. Now I'm haven't reread the fight. Do like any of the paints have like different feats?
Well, I haven't. Yeah, I haven't caught up. I haven't read the fight to that degree where I know the exact feats that they all perform. But like, yeah, I don't know the exact feats that they all perform comparatively during the fight to say that who scales above who in which path. I know the Tendo probably has the best speed feats because I'm pretty sure Tendo only gets tagged like once or twice by Sage Naruto. I'd have to look, but I think it's only once or twice by Sage Naruto. So.
And then Tendo goes into like fight like QB
Six Tails.
Yeah, Six Tails.
I wonder if they'll go over whether or not Six Tails is strong in the Sage mode, but we'll see.
Praetor probably has like better feats, but that's probably because we focus on Praetor Path more than the others.
Tendo, right?
And then maybe like the human buff. Oh no, unironically like the Praetor Path, like because like I think it still reacts to like Kakashi's Raikiri and all that.
That's the Ashra.
Yeah, 6 Tails is definitely a lot stronger than Pokemon.
Yeah, that's the weapon one.
Oh my god, why did I think Praetor Path was Ashra Path?
Tendo and Ashra both react to the Raikiri. But what's it called? Yeah, I'll pull it back like 10 seconds. Let's see how they go about this argument.
Yeah, we'll see how we go out as we could be going for ages.
The point that I'm making is that because
so it's unquantifiable.
Yeah, but that doesn't help you. Like the point I'm making is that because
because the Praetor Path blitzed the Rasen Shuriken.
Swag.
Okay,
you didn't let me finish. I'm gonna finish.
Yeah.
Anyway, what are you doing back there, Giovanni? Oh, he's got to pee. He'll be back. What I was gonna say was the point I'm making is that these pads are potentially.
Oh my god, this is so off topic. Does he really have a toilet up the stairs, and that's the only toilet in the house?
I don't know.
This guy literally has to go up a spiral staircase just to go to the buff.
I don't know.
Alright, anyway.
Yeah, pull it back pull it back a bit so I can hear this.
Yeah. Anyway, what are you doing back there, Giovanni? Oh, he's got to pee. He'll be back. What I was gonna say was the point I'm making is that these pads are potentially more amped than the Naraka is. So even if it's unquantifiably amped, it doesn't change the argument I'm making. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
No, what I'm saying is that the pads of pain.
One second, Swag. Forte said that the tough body was a fair translation.
What's it say? What's the kanji? Tough, strong body. Okay.
Let's go!
All right, so it says...
Let's fucking go! So yeah, Naruto can run up that bitch with the...
So...
Wait, is that noodles?
Yeah, that's
noodles.
Oh,
Yeah, he's cosplaying as Godzilla right now.
Bruh. Did you have something to say, dear?
Yeah, so it really is, Naruto has a tough body.
Yeah, let's see how Swag argues from here on this.
Yeah, definitely.
And he will not take recoil damage. It's not like takedown anymore, right? Like from Pokemon. Like he just goes, whoa, boom, makes the nuclear bomb sound. And Naruto is just like fine.
It's still afterwards. The case.
So there is no reason for him to throw it if it is substantially slower.
Him throwing it, he thinks it'll work when he throws it. So there is a reason.
Well, no, but what I'm saying is, why would he give up that much control of it? Because you would also agree that he has more ability to control it if he's carrying it than after he throws it, where he can't control it.
I think,
but also,
I think it could be the case that, for one, you agree that like travel speed isn't equivalent to combat speed, right?
It's combat speed here, though.
Well, I'm talking about like hand-to-hand taijutsu, reaction speed, things like that, right?
Because what happens here is
that
Naraka revives Preda, and then Preda runs in front of it, all before Naruto can even tell that like it's happened. Like Naruto gets like blitzed, bro.
I don't think it's a blitz because there's multiple things that suggest it's not a blitz. Like first,
well, then I would say that Naruto didn't blitz Asura because like the Asura path was not focusing on Naruto.
We got to stay on the previous point before we get into that. We'll talk about.
But you brought it up to support this point
earlier, but we've moved on from that and we're on this point now.
Let's keep it on one point.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, real quick.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah, the point that we're talking about right now is whether or not the Rasen Shuriken feat is a blitz. So we've already established that the Rasen Shuriken doesn't inherently scale to Naruto. The thing we're arguing about is
that's not true.
Well, that's what I've established. What you've established is that you think that the reason it does scale is because Naruto has no reason. This is your words. Naruto has no reason to not run up and hit him. Right?
I guess I should rephrase if that's okay.
Go ahead. I'll let you rephrase.
So I think that the potential positives or upside of throwing it in this situation does not outweigh the downside of it being tremendously slower than him.
Possibly, but also Naruto is not exactly the best battle technician. He says he's done the Minato.
Come on, bro. No way.
There's no way that you could prove Naruto was thinking that in that moment.
Cite our previous. Well, first of all,
yes, you can cite our previous debate.
That's not true. There are so many examples of Naruto coming up with crazy, like Tobi Rama. Compliments Naruto on his ability to figure shit out on the fly, like when he figures out that chakra link bullshit. In order to teleport everyone. But you also said that Naruto was able to outsmart genius strategist Kakazu in the previous debate.
Yeah, he caught him off guard. That's not a battle intelligence thing. That's catching someone off guard.
That is a battle intelligence thing.
No. That's just him being unpredictable. What I mean by battle intelligence is he might not be considering the speed thing. And he also, this is why I think he's not considering the potential risk of the Rasen Shuriken. He doesn't think any of the other paths are up. He doesn't. He thinks that Tendo is the last one left and maybe Naraka. He's maybe thinking he's up. And like you said, maybe the Naraka, is slower. I don't necessarily agree with that. But either way, the one, from your perspective, the main path that he has to kill is Tendo. And he knows this. Katsuyu already told him that Tendo is the real threat, right? So, if Naruto does not think that there's any other path, like that one path that he killed earlier, that can jump in the way and stop him, from your, even your perspective of the argument, he has no reason not to throw the Rasen Shuriken at him. He just doesn't. You would have to prove that he is considering running up to him because of the downside of the Rasen Shuriken speed. And that is a complete assumption. You don't have evidence for that. So you need to actually provide some evidence for it.
It's also an assumption that the Rasen Shuriken doesn't scale to his speed. I don't have to prove that. I just have to prove that it's reasonable. No, I have to prove that there's a reason for him to I have to prove that there's a reason for that not to necessarily be the case. And I've established that Naruto,
you didn't.
Hold on.
No, you didn't prove it. Let me explain why you didn't.
Let me back up for a second.
Okay.
So you said that Naruto might not be considering the speed thing. I'm just going to say this requires Naruto to be really, 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 really stupid.
No.
If the Rasen Shuriken is that much slower than he is, that it's
you said it yourself.
Okay, no, wait. You backed off on the Konohamaru thing, so I guess I won't compare it to Konohamaru.
Yeah.
But if the Rasen Shuriken is that much slower than him, that the Preta Path, who should be slower than Sage Naruto, can just jump in from being downed and absorb it.
We don't really know where he's at,
Naruto absolutely would have identified that because in the Kakazu fight, he takes one look at Kakazu's attack speed and recognizes.
I just realized. Did Noodles accept that Sage Naruto is faster than regular Naruto?
They didn't go over that.
It looks like that he has.
Well, they didn't go over base Naruto comparatively to Sage Naruto in speed.
I guess Noodles is assuming it because the way they're talking right now is as if they did.
They didn't say anything about that.
No, I think in their last debate, I think Noodles argued that Sage it's some precog type thing.
Yeah, he said he made an argument last debate that Sage Mode doesn't necessarily amp your physical speed.
Physical speed? Yeah, okay.
It looks like Swagkage is talking about it, and then Noodles is kind of accepting it. He hasn't disagreed with it yet.
Swag didn't say that though.
I think he did because
he just
talking about that it doesn't scale to Sage Naruto.
Yeah, they've just been talking about Sage Naruto the whole time. Yeah.
Recognizes that Kakazu is like fast enough that he's going to need to send clones in to create a diversion.
But Naruto,
so
Naruto
has,
in this situation thinks he is fast enough to tag Pain. You said it yourself that if Naruto thinks that
no, he doesn't. No,
hold on. You said it yourself. No, I didn't. No, you did. You did. What you said was you said that Tendo is on the ground and he would have got hit. You admitted that yourself.
No, I did. I did
yes,
not
you
agree
did.
to that.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not agree.
You said
to that,
and the only reason he didn't. So you think Tendo can?
No.
You think Tendo can just get up and absorb it?
No.
You think Tendo can just get up and you think Tendo can just get up and push it away then, or jump away?
He could jump over it. Yeah, he.
Why didn't he then? Why did he feel the need to put the other one there?
So he could get the chakra.
Get the chakra. So this is all just an assumption on your aspect, and you're changing.
No, I don't. I'm not assuming anything. I'm just saying that's a potential reason why Tendo could do it.
I understand
but I never said that Tendo can't.
Okay, you did say that. You did verbatim say
that.
No.
I quoted what you said back to you. I said that
I
based
asked
on
you a
what
question,
you
which the
just
question
said.
was, can Tendo stop this? Naruto thinks that he's gonna hit Tendo on the ground. Yeah.
What I said.
I'm asking you a new question. Regardless, you can look back in the recording. We don't have to argue about it. It's on recording, so you can just look back if you want to show that part. But anyway, the point I'm asking you now is Naruto thinks he can hit Pain on the ground. Yeah, that's why he's throwing the Rasen Shuriken.
Sure.
Okay.
I guess
so
Naruto
let's quote
maybe
it here, then.
thinks
let's quote it then. You state right here and now that Naruto thinks that he can hit Pain by throwing the Rasen Shuriken. And you also agree.
How does that support your argument?
I'm about to explain. So the reason that supports my argument is because the other path of Pain, he doesn't even know is alive. So there's no reason for it to take him into consideration. And he thinks that if he throws it, he'll hit Pain and obliterate him. So that is the decision he made to do. Now, whether or not that is the most
Can I respond to that? Can I respond to that?
Hold on, real quick. Let me finish real quick. I got one more sentence. I got one more sentence.
But I don't want to get. I don't want to have to.
This is just finishing my thought. It's not even going to add anything new, really.
Yeah, swag. This is just fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, all I'm gonna say is one more sentence. So if Naruto thinks that he's gonna hit Pain, right, and he thinks it's gonna work, and he's not considering the other paths of Pains, he has every reason to throw it, and he's just not making the most optimal decision here. So,
but why couldn't he assume that it's going to hit Pain because it moves as fast as it like he does?
Like,
why is that not a reason? Why can't he be assuming it's going to hit Pain because it's as fast as him? Like, I don't understand.
Why can't he be assuming it hit Pain because it's as fast as him? He's not. Yeah. All he sees in this position is that Pain is in a disadvantageous position laying on the ground. He's not probably even thinking about speed here.
Why not?
Because he's just thinking that because Pain's on the ground in a disadvantageous position, it's going to work.
Yeah, but that's an assumption that he's not thinking about speed at all.
Well, it's an assumption to say he is, too. So it's like a non-argument.
Right, but I'm asking why he wouldn't be.
Why would he be? You have the positive claim here. It's your burden of proof to prove.
Why would Naruto be thinking about speed in a fight?
No, not in a fight. Be more specific.
No, why this is in a fight. Why would Naruto? You just asked me why Naruto would
let's go back to your quote.
Let's
go back to your quote. He thinks he's gonna hit Pain because he's laying on the ground. Yes, you said that a minute ago.
Not because he's laying on the ground. He thinks he's gonna hit Pain. Anything beyond that is an assumption.
He thinks he's gonna hit Pain, so he's gonna throw it.
Because he thinks it's as fast as him, right? I don't know.
That's an assumption. That's an assumption, and you're failing to prove that what you're.
No, I'm not failing to prove.
Let's show what's exactly happened here. Let's break it down point by point, right? So you're arguing the Rasen Shuriken scales to Naruto. I'm saying it doesn't. Yes. I'm saying that there is a possibility he thinks it's gonna work and hit Pain because he's in a disadvantageous position. You're saying it's possible that he thinks it's gonna work because it's as fast as Pain.
You're saying it's possible we're both arguing possibilities here.
Well, I understand.
The argument is about which
your
one is
position.
more likely. No, but the argument here is about which one's more likely. I just wanted to catch you on the fact that you just said you're arguing something is true, and I'm only arguing something.
I can say it's possible too. That also just defeats your position.
Yeah. I know. No, that's fine. I just wanted to clarify that.
Okay, the reason it defeats your position is because if my possibilities are right and yours are wrong, and I'm not saying mine's more likely or yours more likely, they can be equal for all I care. The problem you're gonna have is you're the one who's scaling the Rasen Shuriken to Sage Naruto. So if my possibilities are correct, you would have failed to prove it scales to Sage Naruto, and there's a possibility it doesn't. Does that make sense?
Right, but what I'm
Okay.
saying is that you're like, okay, what you're arguing is so much less likely than what I'm arguing that
Prove
I
it.
think that we can dismiss it.
Prove it's less likely.
Why is Naruto not considering speed in a fight against the strongest member of the Akatsuki?
I don't think he's
the leader of the Akatsuki, I should say.
I'm not saying he's not considering speed the entire fight. He definitely does at some points. I just don't think it's provable that he's doing it right
So
at this
he's
moment.
he's not considering speed in a situation.
Think
where
about it,
speed
bro.
is relevant.
Let's say
I
it's a
am
real life.
thinking about it.
I'm about to give you an
the
example.
same
I'm about to
thing.
give you an example. So let's say that me and you were in a fight, like a real fist fight, Swag, and like let's say I'm laying on the ground, like all fucked up and shit because Naruto just did something, or you just did something to me, and I'm laying on the ground, and you got like a baseball in your hand, right? And I'm laying on the ground, and you just decide I'm gonna throw this baseball at his face, right? You're not really thinking about my. You're not thinking about my speed right there. You're just thinking this baseball is gonna clock this motherfucker, right? Is that
This
not
is
a
not
valid
analogous at all. This is not analogous at all because the baseball is like faster than me. First of all,
Well, let's
like,
say that you were fast.
People throw baseballs at like 100 miles an hour.
I know, but like we talked about it earlier.
Second off. This is not a battle between two people who can do what fucking Naruto characters.
I know they're superhuman, but the fact is, we know that jutsu don't always scale to the user's speed. So let's just say in the analogy, to make it analogous, you're faster than you can throw a baseball, but you see that I'm on the ground laying there, and the baseball will clock me. That's what you're thinking in your mind.
Right. What? No. What I would do is I would still run up to you and.
That's the optimal decision.
Face.
But what's the proof Naruto is actually making an optimal decision here?
Well, I think that it's not only is it an optimal decision, it is the obviously correct decision. And Naruto has demonstrated that he considers battle speed, but like literally in the last major fight
he has before Kishimoto was thinking that when he was like, yeah, Naruto's really considering his speed right here when he's about to throw the Rasen Shuriken. You think Kishimoto was thinking that?
Yeah.
I don't.
Why not?
Why not? Why so? You know, it's the same shit.
No, but why not? I mean,
he's in a disadvantageous position. He's just thinking. It's like, you remember when Kaguya fought...
I guess this is getting into the whole faulty narrator stuff. Like, does the character necessarily make the most correct decision at any given time? Because the author,
yeah, I don't know why you really like. I guess they could have moved on from this point a while ago, but like he brought the author up. Proving authorial intent is already difficult in itself.
Yeah, unless you have like the whole Kubrick question thing.
And Alex, there's that.
Sorry. No, it wasn't actually. It was, I think, me wanting to say. Because unless it's the narrator statement that can correlate to that, or like any kind of like volume data book stuff, it's actually really hard to prove author's intent. The best you can go for is like try to prove what's narratively correct. But it's also like what is the correct narrative type of thing. It's very hard to do like an official debate setting. It's usually why I actually don't like debates like this so much, is because like if you were discussing with someone like, oh, what do you think is narratively more correct? That's like, you don't need to go, well, can you prove this kind of stuff? It's more like a discussion. Like, this is why in official debates you never argue something like this.
Yeah, because ironically you get into an area where it's like proof common sense.
I think he was trying to appeal to
you're just losing points.
Yeah, I agree. He was just I think what Noodles was trying to do was appeal to that, I guess, discussion side of things. But yeah.
They can do it outside of like an official debate.
No, I know, but I'm just saying that's seemingly what he was trying to do. I guess maybe due to, I don't know, maybe how he perceives
I think
Swag.
Noodles doing it first is fine, because Swag is the type of guy you can have those discussions.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, well, actually, you did this fallacy, like...
Well, yeah, but Swag is still contesting it, even in this, So it's like...
it's fine if
that's why I'm saying
that's
why I'm saying, like, he probably shouldn't even brought it up.
I think that it's not only is it an optimal decision, it is the obviously correct decision. And Naruto has demonstrated that he considers battle speed, but like literally in the last major fight
do you think Kishimoto was thinking that when he was like, yeah, Naruto's really considering his speed right here when he's about to throw the Rasen Shuriken? You think Kishimoto was thinking that?
Yeah.
I don't.
Why not?
Why not? Why so? You know, it's the same shit.
No, well, why not? I mean,
he's in a
fucking-
disadvantageous position. He's just thinking. It's like, you remember when Kaguya fought Naruto, and basically she was like, they were in the gravity dimension, they were being held down by the gravity, and Kaguya points her ash bone rods at Naruto and Sasuke, and she shoots it at them. Naruto and Sasuke dodge, but then they're like laying on the ground in a super disadvantageous position. And Kaguya's about to fire another rod. Like, they barely even dodged the first one. Now
that's different
Hold on,
because
I'm about to explain. I'm about to explain.
No. Let me explain why it's different
finished.
real quick.
I haven't finished. Let me get my closing thought.
But
like
I can dismiss the point by telling you why this is.
But let me finish. You don't know if something I'm saying is going to change your thoughts.
Okay, sure.
Okay,
sure.
So if he shoots the rods, like, this is the reason I'm bringing this up is because they're also similarly in a disadvantageous position. So when she shoots the rods at them, they fall over, barely dodging it, and then Kakashi and Obito are not in that position, so they run in front and take on the other two rods. Obito gets hit, Kamui's the other rod away from Kakashi, and they save Naruto and Sasuke because they were laying on the ground.
Okay, can I just respond now because you made your point?
Go ahead. You understand what I'm saying?
So, yeah, the reason this is different is because of the increased gravity, which is not a factor here. Another thing that
they're all under gravity though. The gravity is a non-factor in that because the fact is Kaguya, Naruto, and Sasuke were all pinned down by the gravity. So they're all equally disadvantageous. It's no different.
I don't remember what the fuck was going on with the gravity shit. So
Kaguya was held down too.
Yeah, I know, but I don't remember why Kakashi and Obito weren't. So I want to move on.
They just resisted it because they got Sage of Six Pads power, I guess. They're just OP. By the
okay,
end of the
well
series.
then, yeah, they weren't in the same disadvantageous position, right?
Exactly.
Because the fact that they were it's like a gravity-induced position, like where Naruto and Sasuke literally can't move.
It's because they're on the ground. They did move. It's because they're on the ground.
But I have another point anyway that kind of like sidesteps this one, which is why wouldn't the Naraka path just be able to run up to Tendo and throw him out of the way?
Why wouldn't the Naraka path be able to run up to Tendo and throw him away?
Yeah, if all the pains are the same speed, why wouldn't the Naraka path be able to do it?
It might just be faster to absorb it.
What?
Yeah, you were arguing earlier he can absorb like an entire battlefield of Amaterasu. Like, do you think that's faster for him to use his lifting
what I'm
strength?
saying, but do you think that Naruto's considering that, or what I'm saying is, as far as Naruto is concerned,
I will tell you this.
No. Let me.
You're asking me a question.
As far as Naruto, I'm. Let me just establish.
Okay, go ahead.
The parameters of the question. This is as far as Naruto is concerned and what he is considering in his head. Okay, if the Rasen Shuriken is significantly slower than him, and he watched one of the paths of pain throw another pain out of the way the last time he threw it, he has every reason now to run up to Tendo and throw, just hit him with it in close combat.
From his perspective, he has every reason to throw it because he thinks it's going to hit.
No, he doesn't.
You said yourself he thinks it's going to hit.
Real quick before y'all keep going, are y'all fine moving on from this point and like give it
here in just a minute? We can. We're gonna keep going for a little bit and then we'll end it
forever. You know.
Yeah, I know. This has just been about. It's a really important point because if we move on from this and we don't get all our thoughts out, it's gonna change the scale, like the whole debate, basically. So it is important for us to see this through. But I'll try not to stick on it for too much longer. So what I'm gonna say to you is, Swag, it is completely impossible to be inside of Naruto's mind at that moment. You agree?
Yeah.
So it is a baseless assumption either way.
It's not a baseless assumption.
It is.
Because you can use context clues.
Listen, you understand that, context clues aren't what matters. It's your interpretation of the work that matters. So you're interpreting it as Naruto's thinking about the speed here. I'm interpreting it as that's not the case.
But it's not baseless. Because even though I'm not in Naruto's head, we have had it demonstrated to us in the past that Naruto thinks about shit like this. And he also just watched one of the paths of pain. So, okay, I am arguing with you. Like, let's
I got a good example of this.
No. Let me frame it this way to make it more clear, because maybe you don't understand what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
If we assume, for the sake of argument, that what you're saying is true, and that the Rasen Shuriken is slower than Sage Naruto. Okay, like you understand, like with that if at the beginning. Okay, then Naruto has no reason to. Well, I should say Naruto would be extremely stupid, out of character levels of stupid, to throw this Rasen Shuriken if it's slower than he is. After having seen the paths of pain all dodge it and one of them throw another out of the way, knowing that Naraka is still standing and could run up to Pain and throw him out of the way too.
So
Sure.
We're talking about it would be extremely stupid, right? You know what else was extremely stupid? When Casey and Naruto tried to use a Rasengan on Nagato after seeing that he can absorb jutsu, and he even calls himself an idiot in that moment.
Yeah, but I think that that's different. This is an out of character level of stupid. No, because he hadn't fought Nagato in a really long time.
Dude, your whole argument,
about the
your whole line of logic right now.
No.
Listen to me. Your whole line of logic right now was it would be insanely stupid for Naruto to see an ability
out of character levels of stupid.
No, it's not out of character. It's literally equivalent, and I'm going to explain why it is.
It's not equivalent.
Listen,
no,
I'm about to explain. You can disagree with it after that. The
Sure.
reason it is equivalent is because the whole line of logic that you're using.
Just try to keep it quick because we're on like a time limit right now.
What are we on a time limit for? You got to go to work.
6 said 5 minutes. No, 6 said 5 minutes on this point.
I was saying, hey, are y'all cool to move on in that time? There's not like you have. I
want to.
But I think that we probably should move on.
Not yet. We're gonna see this one through. We're gonna see this one through, and then we'll move on. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sure.
Yeah. Don't worry. We won't be on this forever. If we have to go all night, I'm down. Like I'm. There ain't no work. There ain't no work that's taking me away from this one. I've waited 3 years.
Go to the gym.
You can go to the gym tonight, bro. To be a night owl.
Yeah, I know. Well, but yeah.
Okay. Let's get back to the point. Let's speed this up. Okay. You want to get off this, right? So the line of logic that you're using is it's an out of character stupid to see
how long
that
has
a
it been going at it?
that Naruto throws doesn't work on them, and then to use it.
2 hours now.
Already 2 hours. And they're still going. It's definitely going to go on to next week's because they're going to cut it off in like 30 minutes from now.
Yeah. Holy shit.
So it's definitely going to be like
You said they had to cut it off. Why?
Oh no, I have to cut it off because I got to go to lunch in like an hour.
Okay.
Again and it not work. That exact same scenario is happening when Casey and Naruto is using the Rasengan on Nagato, full well knowing that Nagato can absorb his jutsu. And
No.
He doesn't
full well know. He doesn't full well know. Can I explain why it's different? Because Naruto forgot. He said no. He forgot, and he says, "Oh right, he can absorb ninja."
So why didn't he? So is it not possible he forgot in this situation?
It's completely different because Naruto.
Is it not possible that he's doing it in this situation?
Let me finish explaining why it's different. You just talk for a minute.
Yes, sir.
It's completely different because Naruto hadn't fought Pain in months at this point in time. Naruto just a couple seconds ago watched the Pain jump over the Rasen Shuriken. Yeah.
Who said it was months?
5Kage Summit into the training and the Waterfall of Truth and shit. That was a couple months' time.
That could have been a couple days.
That was hold on. Do we have anybody who knows how long that was?
It's not
regardless.
Really
regardless. It's a much longer time frame than a couple seconds. Surely we can agree about that, right? It's been a while.
Dude, the thing is, like, you're saying this, but like it doesn't matter. It's like even in the time frame, like he still remembers even after he sins. Hold on, real quick.
He remembers after seeing Nagato use the ability.
Oh, I'm just saying he still remembers his jutsu even in that fight, and he says, "I'm a lot stronger than when I fought Pain."
Well, okay, that's a different thing. We'll talk about the "I'm a lot stronger than when I fought Pain" thing later.
But he's like recognizing
the
Pain fight.
Let me say this.
Yeah.
Naruto recognizes the Pray to Path's ability here, and did not recognize it in the fight during the war, which means that Naruto has not forgotten as much about Pain as he did when he fought Nagato. So it's a different situation.
What about the situation? There's another instance of this even. Like, I'm trying to remember what it is. I'm sure you could probably jog my memory, Swag. It was when KCM2 Naruto was about to use jutsu on, I think it was Jubito, and he says, I forgot that ninjutsu doesn't work. Something like that. You know what I'm talking about? Or KCM2 Naruto is like alongside Minato and Tobirama like makes fun of him.
I remember.
He says, you're a dunce or whatever.
I don't think I remember the fucking context of this, but I mean, every time Naruto makes a mistake like that, it's highlighted, and it doesn't get highlighted here. So the nature of this is just different.
Well, even if it's not highlighted, it still could be happening. And I don't think the highlight matters.
And so these are different things because these are things where Naruto's making decisions based on information. No.
I want to pause just so we don't move on.
Let me finish my
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
These are examples that you're providing of Naruto making bad decisions because he's forgotten about vital information that would change the decisions he's making.
And in the KCM2 fight, it's mid-fight too.
Yeah, but Naruto isn't forgetting how fast they are or whatever.
I don't think he's even thinking about speed.
He's just choosing to throw an attack that's slower than he is for no reason.
Well, yeah, I mean, he thinks it's gonna hit. That's a reason enough.
What's the upside though? What's the positive here? Because I
He
can
thinks
give
it's
you
gonna hit. That's
positive.
the
No.
positive.
No, what makes it more beneficial than running up and hitting him in close combat?
I'm not saying it's the optimal decision. What I'm saying
No,
is
but
he
what
thinks it's
in
gonna work.
Naruto? No, explain what Naruto's reasoning would be for it.
He
Why
thinks it's
would
gonna
he
hit.
do it? No, why would he do it instead of using it in close quarters?
Because he thinks
because
that
I
throwing
can
it
get
is
no
good
because
enough.
I can give you his thought. I can give you his thought process for both of those examples that you gave and explain why they're different.
Okay.
He uses the Rasengan instead of something else because he doesn't realize that Nagato has the ability to absorb jutsu, and he uses a ninjutsu against Obito because he doesn't realize that Obito has the ability, like has ninjutsu nullification. So in both of those cases, those are optimal in his head. He doesn't have like alternate plans of attack or abilities that he can rely on that would be like better suited for the situation. Whereas with this, if throwing the Rasen Shuriken is slower, there's literally no reason for him to do it rather than just run up and hit Nagato with it.
There are times where Naruto makes the optimal decision.
Tendo, I mean.
I'm not saying Naruto doesn't fight optimally sometimes. He does. I mean, like you said, there are instances of genius when he does fight, but he also has instances where he fucks up horrendously, like using jutsu against people he knows won't work, or just forgetting it. Even mid fight, he's forgetting it. Hold on. It's not different, because the fact is, if Naruto is forgetting against the most lethal opponent he's ever fought at the time, like Jubito, if he's forgetting mid fight that regular ninjutsu doesn't work against him, then he can be kind of a dumbass, and I think that could easily be happening here as well. Easily could.
But it's different. It's different because no. The equivalent would be that Naruto just forgets how fast pain is. But I mean,
I'm not even. I'm assuming he's not.
Well, actually,
you
no.
That's
Right no. Let me adjust what I just said because I don't even agree with it anymore.
Okay,
that's not even the equivalent here, because it's not that Naruto forgets how fast pain is, because that implies there is some upside to throwing the Rasen Shuriken if it's slower than him, when there isn't. There is literally no reason why doing so is beneficial. So he might as well just run up. No, there is an upside, which is that it's faster to run up and he has more control.
Hold on, I'm not saying there's no upside to the running up and hitting with him. What I'm saying is there was no upside to doing anything else than, well, obviously the Nagato fight. Like, he thought that the Rasengan was gonna work on Nagato, and that's why he's in close range. He thinks the Rasengan is like gonna be the best attack to smack the shit out of Nagato, and it still fails because he's a dumbass. So it easily could be the same thing.
But the reason is because he's not considering the Preta Path's existence. If he knew about the Preta Path, he would do something else.
I know,
because he would have a reason to do something else.
But he didn't know about the Preta Path.
He has no. But here, assuming that assuming that the Rasen Shuriken is faster than assuming that the Rasen Shuriken is slower than he is, he has literally no reason not to just do it in close quarters.
Okay,
literally no reason.
Do you want to conclude on this point? Like, give a general.
At this point,
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea to conclude, because the point's been super long.
Yeah.
At this point, y'all are just repeating yourself.
Yeah. We're kind of going back over stuff. Okay, so I'll conclude and then you conclude if that's cool with you.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
you can conclude
what
first.
I'll say about this point is Swag was attempting to argue that the Rasen Shuriken scaled the Sage Naruto, and that the Ashura path blitzed the Rasen Shuriken, therefore can blitz Sage Naruto.
The
Preta path, my bad, not Ashura.
Yes,
the Preta path can blitz the Rasen Shuriken, therefore blitzes Sage Naruto. I argue that the jutsu don't inherently scale to the user. Just like I gave the Truth Seeking Orb example of Madora's Truth Seeking Orb not scaling to himself, because he beat up Sage Minato, and base Minato could react to his Truth Seeking Orbs. So he blitzed Sage Minato. So I don't think it necessarily scales, and I put a burden of proof on Swag to prove it does scale. And I argued that he just simply wasn't considering the speed of the other paths, because he didn't even think that. He simply thought that Tendo was in such a disadvantageous position that his Rasen Shuriken would surely hit, so if he threw it, so he did throw it. And yeah, that's basically the point. I gave some examples of Naruto forgetting extremely important details mid-combat, and I equivocated them to this situation because he's not fighting optimally here, and he doesn't fight optimally elsewhere. Go ahead, Swag.
So, my conclusion is that even the point that I've been trying to make, right, is that even considering, and even if I conceded a lot of this stuff to Noodles, right, that jutsu aren't necessarily inherently as fast as the person casting them, like, say, the Fireball jutsu, for example, that doesn't change the fact that for Naruto to throw the Rasen Shuriken, there has to be some kind of tremendous upside here, and Noodles hasn't been able to demonstrate a single reason why doing it is better than running up and throwing, like just fucking punching Pain in the face with it. Because as I demonstrated earlier with the data book, when he used it on Kakazu, there was the problem of recoil damage, but the data book straight up says that after training and mastering Sage Mode, this weakness no longer exists because of Naruto's tough body. Not even because throwing it eliminates it, but just because his body is so tough that if he uses it in close quarters, there's no damage that's going to come to Naruto. So I ask Noodles to give me one good reason why using it as a ranged attack would be better or preferable to using it as a melee attack, and Noodles did not give me one. So I am going to stand by the claim that the Rasen Shuriken is as fast as Sage Naruto, or faster than if he's throwing it. Also, he throws it with his hand, so it like should scale to them physically.
Yeah. Oh, damn.
And that is the end of
Can
conclusion.
I respond to the throw thing real quick?
No, because we talked about it before.
But I don't want to just give that up.
No,
just
we
for the sake of
concluded.
Never joined her. Just let me respond to that.
Okay,
little point.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah, you can respond to it, and then we gotta move on.
The truth-seeking orbs are also can be just thrown and manipulated and hit with, and I still don't think they scale. You know what I mean?
Does anybody throw it like with their fucking hand?
No,
I don't think so.
Let me think of another one then. Like either way, it's fine. Yeah, we can move on. Here, I'll tell you in a minute, Giovanni. Get back over there, Giovanni. Yeah, so that's the Amaterasu point, I suppose. If you want to move on to a Pain ability, that's fine. Do you want to do that? You want to talk about Chibaku Tensei?
I guess I'll talk about Shinra Tensei first. So do you agree with the data book categorization that it just nullifies ninjutsu? So
yeah, it repels ninjutsu, right?
It like straight up destroys them. I can give Six. Do you have the scan first from the data book, and second? Okay, if you could post the scan, and then I'll also give you an example as well.
Oh shit, I forgot to save it. My bad. Go ahead and get it, Six. I thought I had it. I've literally went to my data book section. It's not there. So go ahead and get it.
I sent it in there. If we need to, we can get the raws, have them translate it.
All right. We shouldn't. Most of these are all right, but Invisible Hand of God, which repels anything in creation. It couldn't repel Six Tails Naruto, though. David Path uses this jutsu using repulsive gravitational force generating the user's hands to repel targets. The number of targets and their size do not interfere with the repulsive ability of the jutsu. In addition, by stopping using the other paths and concentrating the chakra only for jutsu, the strength and area of effect can be greatly increased, talking about the Shinra Tensei, or the chaotic Shinra Tensei. With an attack of this power, Konoha was completely turned to ashes. However, after jutsu has been activated, there's an interval of 5 seconds for which the jutsu cannot be used again. Yeah, we saw that during the Pain and Sage Naruto fight. The repulsive force generated by the gravitational forces of the targets collide with obstacles, increasing the damage of the jutsu's initial shockwave. Only those who can manipulate all chakra natures possessing the legendary Rinnegan are allowed to own this jutsu, which has every right to be called a perfect as a diamond. The repulsive force is so strong that ninjutsu and taijutsu are equally ineffective against this jutsu. Within an unexpected, it just says that ninjutsu and taijutsu become ineffective because it propels them, right?
So there is an example here. Six, do you have? I have this one. Do you have the scan of the page afterward where there's no crater? So he like destroys the Earth wall, and you can see the chi.
Someone in the chat typed, someone in the chat of theirs right there typed Jogo over Yorozu over Yuta, Yuta over dash relative to Hikari over Kashimo. They're talking about JJK skill.
Oh, Kashimo.
Yo, Kashimo over Hikari, Jackpot over Yuta.
Oh, wow.
Yo, they're talking about the Joe Goat agenda in there. Alex, are you in that chat?
I might be.
Are you Diego's blood spray?
Maybe.
Or are you D-hash _15 with a Kakazu PFP?
That's definitely not. That's definitely not me. Fuck Kakuzu. Father.
Holy shit.
It's still going.
Yeah, definitely. It's way going.
Raikiri getting ripped off of Kakashi's hand there. and then there's like no crater. So it's just a ninjutsu nullification.
It's not on. It's still on his hand.
It's getting like pulled off.
It could just be out in front of him.
Wait, what?
Like it could just be
No,
like,
you can
the
see
jutsu can just extend out in front of him.
No, but you can see it's getting like kind of wiped away, bro.
It's just kind of getting maybe
like it's getting pulled towards.
At best, it's getting stretched a little bit. It's not being ripped off.
It's not getting stretched a little bit. You can see it's like kind of like stretched out, like past his hand and shit.
That happens every time he uses the Chidori. It's always above. Like
no, it's not.
Like it creates
Look,
an
you can
aura
see in the
around his
panel. No,
hand.
you can see in the panel above it. It's not stretched out past his hand to that extent.
Well, I'm saying it could stretch it a little bit. Like, yeah, obviously it's not to that extent, but what is that like? Another hand distance? Maybe?
Okay, well, even if I grant that we might not even have to go through, but look, you can see there's like rubble and shit all around, but there's no crater in the ground, so it's just ninjutsu nullification.
It creates craters. The Shinra Tensei
No,
does
look,
create
there's no
craters.
crater. There's no
We've seen
crater
it create
below
craters.
Yeah, he can if he wants it to. He can if he wants it to, but he doesn't necessarily have to.
I don't see any crater because there's smoke on the ground.
No, there's no smoke on the ground. Look at the Look at the scan
Yeah,
that Six just sent.
Oh, it's 6 in another one? Let me check.
Yeah.
Yeah, I suppose there's not. Maybe he's just not directing the gravity wave towards the ground, though. He's just directing it, like, upwards towards Kakashi's path of trajectory, though. So that's why it's not creating a crater.
He blows up, like, the whole Earth wall.
I know, but that doesn't have to be
like,
at the
from
ground.
the bottom. From the bottom.
Where does it...
It's collapsing down. Look, you can see it's broken from the base in the other...
We've seen in other instances, though, that it does create craters.
Yeah, he can if he wants him to, but the point is that... I mean, regardless, though, I think that... I don't even think I
forgot to draw the crater, bro.
There's no... Come on, bro.
No, there's no come on about that. It's definitely possible.
That's funny as fuck, so maybe I'll grant it to you just because it's funny.
What if you just forgot?
No.
You know what I mean?
No. But I don't even think I have to keep arguing with this because I don't think says that Amaterasu is called like at least the strongest jutsu Itachi has by Zetsu, right? Because he says it's like
there's a couple
strongest...
conflicting statements about it.
But okay. You just said at the beginning of the debate that it's the strongest physical attack.
It is. I agree, and you agreed that it would hurt pain too. What I'm saying is there's another statement about another Itachi jutsu that's considered the trump card and strongest jutsu, or ocular jutsu in general. The Susanoo has stated that too. So there's just a little bit of conflict there. But it's just because they're like, the Amaterasu is effective throughout the entire series, even in Boruto. Like, Sasuke is still using the Amaterasu against, like, Jigen and Ishiki.
To be fair, Amaterasu could just be getting stronger with Sasuke.
It could, but that's what I'm saying. It, like, scales.
The point that I am getting at is that we see Nagato reflected with Shinra Tensei, so Shinra Tensei should stop Amaterasu here in this case, right?
Maybe if he's fast enough to push it off of him, but I don't think he was fast enough earlier. We already got past
but what I'm saying is, if the jutsu makes contact with Amaterasu, it fizzles.
We saw
right?
that. We saw that it can push it off. Like, we know that it can push the flames off of him. What I'm saying though is, like, he couldn't do that in time. But we already talked about that earlier. You tried the speed scaling, yada yada yada, whatever. Anyway. What I'll say is that we know that it doesn't just like blow off chakra cloaks and stuff, because it didn't do that to Six Tails Naruto. It didn't like he tried to use it against Six Tails Naruto.
That's
like
not
a
a
big
ninjutsu.
one too.
That's not a ninjutsu.
It has the same composition as a ninjutsu.
What? Why?
It's chakra based. It's like a lightning cloak.
Send me the data book statement.
It doesn't need to be stated.
Six Tails cloak or version 2 as a ninjutsu.
It doesn't need to be. It's made of the same thing
no,
that
it's not
jutsu
a ninjutsu.
is.
It's not a ninjutsu.
It's made of the same thing ninjutsu is. It's like saying a pizza's not a pasta, big dog.
Okay, no, it's not.
It is, because you're basically saying, well, it's not classified as a ninjutsu, so therefore it's not, right? Like, no, it has fucking chakra in it. It's making a cloak, just like the lightning cloak. It's yeah. Oh, dude. For one, what if they just didn't say that? Like, what if they just didn't say the pizza was a pasta? What if they just
pizza wouldn't be a pasta? Then pizza wouldn't be a pasta.
Oh my gosh, this is such a terrible argument, dude. That's no,
it's not.
It is. I'll explain why. That's like saying if someone forgot to categorize something in one way, that means it's just absolutely not. Even if it's composed of every, even if it's composed of,
they would stop for. Then they would realize they forgot to categorize it, and they would categorize it that way. But
or they just wouldn't
categorize as an ninjutsu. No, it's not categorized.
It doesn't have to be.
It's not categorized as an ninjutsu, so it's not a ninjutsu.
Oh my gosh, bro!
It's like calling Kaioken
it's literally
it's not a transformation.
Is it not a chakra cloak?
It can be a chakra cloak and not be a ninjutsu. Those aren't like
a ninjutsu is like a
mutually
technique,
inclusive.
right? So a ninjutsu is like a technique that they're using. I don't think the Nine Tails cloak really fits the idea of a technique. It's just something that happens when you get too much Nine Tails chakra. It's not like a jutsu and the fact that
it's
you're
not a ninjutsu,
intentionally trying to
exactly.
do it. It is similar to ninjutsu in the way that it does have chakra incorporated into it, creating a physical entity. So it is the exact same composition as a jutsu, but it's not utilized in the same way that ninjutsu are used. It's not a technique in that way.
No, it's like it would be like saying that like Shinra Tensei could knock you out of the 8 gates, which is like different than saying that it can nullify ninjutsu, right?
Knock you out of the 8
like,
gates. I don't think it could do that either. I don't think
Well,
it can. I don't think it
the
can
8
affect
gates
chakra
are the 8,
in that
but
way.
the 8 gate. Okay, well then there you go. You just conceded this point because all that using version 2 of the Nine Tails is just using the Nine Tails chakra.
What did I concede?
You said it can't affect chakra in that way,
Yeah,
which means
the
that
way
it
you're
can't lock
talking about.
Naruto out of the Nine Tails cloak because it's basically the same principle. He's just
Okay,
using
so
a lot of chakra.
it can't nullify chakra then, right? Like chakra,
Yeah, but it can nullify ninjutsu.
Chakra based. Well, that
But
just
it can
because
nullify
just it being
ninjutsu,
categorized as a
as I
ninjutsu doesn't
demonstrated
change its
it doing.
composition. That doesn't change its composition. It's still composed of chakra, creating a physical force. It's no different than a ninjutsu. You're just assuming that because it's not categorized as a ninjutsu, it somehow functions differently than a ninjutsu. Define to me what the difference in function between the lightning cloak and the chakra cloak of the Nine Tails. What's the difference in function there?
Well, one of them is that the Raikage is like wrapping himself in like lightning, whereas
wrapping himself in Nine Tails chakra.
No, but he's like using the Nine Tails.
Using
chakra,
nature
right?
release.
Like it's different.
Yeah.
It's like different.
We know jutsu don't have to have nature release though.
And I also don't even think it's on me to explain why they're different, right?
Yeah,
like,
you do.
No, because if it's not categorized as a ninjutsu, it's not a ninjutsu.
Oh, this is not a ninjutsu because it's not a technique like that. You're not weaving hand signs, but it is composed of the same exact things. You can agree to that, right?
So what I would say
answer the question, don't deflect. Answer the question, don't deflect.
Wait, what do you mean? It's composed of the
is
same
it composed
like
of the same thing
like...
that ninjutsu is composed of?
That's not. That doesn't.
Yes or no?
Like,
don't deflect.
Point,
don't deflect. Yes or no?
No, but that doesn't
don't
defeat
deflect.
my point.
Nuh-uh.
No, I'm saying the point.
You
no,
have
but
to
the
say
point
yes or
you're
no.
making doesn't defeat. No, I don't.
You have to say yes or no and then address it. You can address it after you say yes or no.
You're literally doing the fucking Wojak of the dude with the earpiece in, bro.
No, dude, this is literally just me asking you to address whether or not you consider
I'm
it the same
answering
composition.
point. I'm answering the point that you're making here by asking the question. I can answer a rhetorical question with a point that like addresses
Giovanni,
the point being made by
Giovanni.
the rhetorical question.
Come here.
What I'm saying is, okay, so
we gotta get Giovanni in here. Come here, Giovanni.
Fuck, I don't even remember what I was about to say now. Fuck.
Look down at that camera real quick.
Okay.
All right. Tell Swagkage right now that he has to tell me whether or not the Nine Tails chakra cloak is the same composition of a jutsu. Tell him.
I don't know.
Okay, get out of here. He's useless. Giovanni, this is why you're not getting a fucking raise. This is why you're not getting a fucking raise, Giovanni.
Oh my god, bro, he just sold on you.
Hey.
Oh my god.
He may have sold
Yo, why
on
is Swag going so crazy?
Yeah, 100%.
Swag's going crazy. It's funny.
What debating noodles does to MF.
100%.
You don't get his W. You don't get his W.
Bro, no, I think you gotta conclude, bro.
I don't have to conclude. What are you talking about? Anyway,
bro, you just got shit on.
He's my butler. If I get shit on by my butler, that's just like Alfred shitting on Batman. Like, it's fine. Alfred's dope as fuck.
Okay, anyway, the reason why I don't... what I'm saying is we see Shinra Tensei nullify ninjutsu, and we don't see it nullify the cloak, so I can just be like, well, it's not
in what way is it nullify ninjutsu, criteria? It's not
nullifies the
Raikiri.
It nullifies the Raikiri. It nullifies the Earth Wall. It nullifies the lightning running beast.
Hold on, let's look up what nullify means, just so we're clear on what that terminology is. Nullify. Make no use of or cancel out. Okay, so
yeah. So
if you cancel it out, how and what you can cancel something out in a lot of ways. So, like for instance, when Kakashi's two Raikiri and Kakuzu's False Darkness collide, they cancel each other out. But it's not like Kakashi's Raikiri did some weird chakra shit where it blew his chakra away. It's just they were equal in force, so they nullified each other.
Yeah, but the Shinra Tensei has the statement about being able to blow away all ninjutsu.
Yeah, it blows it away with power. And it's not all ninjutsu, it just says ninjutsu.
That would be all ninjutsu.
No. That's just your assumption.
Name a ninjutsu that it has.
I was waiting for this the entire time.
Has failed to nullify.
It's not a ninjutsu, but it has the same composition,
exactly,
so it works. It's a Nine-Tails cloak.
Say that again. Say that again one more time.
It's not,
say it again
it's
one
not
more
a
time.
ninjutsu, but the Nine-Tails cloak is composed of the same elements that ninjutsu are.
You hear that,
and it's
Chad?
not.
It's not a ninjutsu.
It's not able.
Not a ninjutsu.
Hold on, Swag. Real quick before we start freaking out. All right. The Nine-Tails cloak is still composed of the same thing that ninjutsu is composed of, so it has no functional difference between ninjutsu. It is the same thing as a ninjutsu. It's just not categorized as a ninjutsu because it's not like a technique that you use. It's a transformation. It's like saying, I don't know a good analogy for this, but it's not a ninjutsu. It is it's not even a technique. It is just a transformation that has the same properties as ninjutsu. And if it has the same properties as ninjutsu and it can't just rip the chakra cloak off of it, then that proves it wouldn't necessarily work on all ninjutsu. And if it does,
no, it proves that it's not a ninjutsu and it's not functionally the same because it's nullified every other ninjutsu thrown at it.
If it does, do you think it would just blow away Kaguya's eternal truth-seeking orb? Because that's classified as a ninjutsu.
Yeah, but the expansive truth-seeking orbs also nullify ninjutsu.
Okay, so
and it's a senjutsu.
So it's a
no, but it's a
contradiction then.
All non-truth-seeking orb ninjutsu then.
You really want to stand on that?
Sure.
I can bring up some crazy ninjutsu, buddy. You want to talk about Ishiki? You want to talk about his cube techniques? Is it going to blow away Ishiki's cubes?
Isn't Ishiki's cube technique a shinjutsu?
No, is it? A shin?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, because I mean, why wouldn't the Preta Path be able to absorb non-shinjutsu
Do you think
shit?
Sage's Six Pads Naruto's lava-style Rasen Shuriken just gets blown away by Pain's ninjutsu?
Why wouldn't he get blown away by
Oh my gosh, so you're actually gonna
I
rip
know
that?
it sounds stupid, but okay. Why wouldn't the
does sound
Preta Path
stupid.
be able to wouldn't the Preta Path be able to absorb it?
So,
that sounds stupid too.
Real quick, on record, Swag. Let's say this on record, because it's just funny. Alright. You think that if Pain fought Sage's Six Pads Naruto, and let's assume their speeds are equal, because obviously Sage's Six Pads Naruto would blitz, but let's say that he's not blitzing. If Naruto threw his lava-style Rasen Shuriken, or his Sage's Six Pads magnet-style Rasen Shuriken, that Pain could just blow it away.
You a similar question, since I know you're trying to make me sound stupid.
I'm not trying to make you sound stupid. I'm just doing what you did to me in the last debate.
Do you think the Yatamira would be able to block it?
Yeah.
Okay, well there you go. That sounds stupid too, but that's how it works. Pain would be able to repel it with Shinra Tensei.
Okay. Real quick before we get into the Yatamira, because that is actually my counter to Shinra Tensei. Before we get into that, I wanted to clarify.
W. Swag just had my Rongiku over Byakuya moment in speed.
Clarify why this position is just inherently a contradiction. Like you said, both the Truth-Seeking Orb, or the Eternal Truth-Seeking Orb, and Pain's Shinra Tensei are stated to be able to nullify all ninjutsu, right? They both have, not all ninjutsu, only the Eternal Truth-Seeking Orb is.
You would just say
hold on, real quick, let me finish.
Well, no. The truth-seeking orb. No. I'm helping you out here. Okay. It's not just expansive. It's all truth-seeking orbs.
Yeah, all truth-seeking orbs are stated.
That's because it's like a higher order of ninjutsu, because it uses all of the natures, and it's like yin-yang release, and it's six-path sage enhanced, right?
Yeah,
that's why it nullifies ninjutsu.
I agree. So the fact is, though, it's still categorized as a ninjutsu. So if we're going purely off this categorization argument that you're making, it would be
it's like unstoppable force and movable object.
Exactly,
paradox.
It's an inherent contradiction. So you cannot use that argument
it's not
in good faith.
No, it's not a contradiction. You would just say that the truth-seeking orbs have resistance to this otherwise unresistible ability.
It's showing that it's objectively a contradiction, because
the entailment
you're making from this statement is this. Hold on, listen, I'm going to explain why. If the
Well,
entailment,
I
hold on,
haven't.
Swag.
Okay, no, go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. I'll
sure.
let you reply. Don't worry. We can slow it down if you want to. Anytime. If you want to slow down, we can slow it down and bring it down a notch. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
what I'm gonna say is that these truth-seeking orbs are stated to nullify all ninjutsu, and you're interpreting this other scan as nullifying all ninjutsu, right? So if they both have that statement and they're both considered ninjutsu, you're right. It is the unstoppable force meets an immovable object. What happens? And it's an inherent contradiction because those
Yeah,
two
so I understand what you're saying.
those two
No, I
sentences
understand what you're
cannot
saying.
be right at the same time. They can't.
So
it is a
let me
contradiction.
give you an example by like we're gonna create a few ideas and like axiomatically declare some shit. Okay, so let's say yeah,
You know what
so
an axiom
let's
is.
yes, like
Tell me
it's
an
like
axiom.
like oh my fucking god, this is stupid, bro.
You don't
Come
know what
on.
an axiom is. Don't
Yes,
lie.
I do. Okay, so an axiom is it's just like
A self-evident
an idea,
principle.
like a statement, or it's
Nah,
just
it's a
like a
self-evident
statement, which
principle.
is like an
Not a
like an
statement.
established principle or whatever.
It's a
It's
fundamental
not a
self.
statement. It's not a statement.
That's
All right,
not
I'm
how
gonna
you would
Google what
define it.
axiom is right now.
It's a
I'm gonna
self-evident
Google what
truth.
axiom is. I'm gonna Google what axiom is right now. And if statements in that definition, you're flushed. A statement or proposition which is regarded as being established, accepted, or self-evidently true. Wow, bro, you just got cooked again.
Well, you just said it was a
Butler
statement.
comes
You
in
didn't
and
say...
is just like,
all right.
I
So
don't know.
I asked you
and then Google says that axiom is a statement,
right.
and you're
I'm
sitting
gonna
here.
look up
No,
the...
go ahead and pull that.
Hold on. I'm
Pull
gonna
that
do
up
something
on
funny. I
stream
want to
and
do something
show
funny.
everybody that you just tried to clown me for being
I
right
actually
about
just did.
something.
I literally just did. I'm gonna make a funny argument. So, do you know what the definition of definition is?
I'm about to
Oh
leave.
god.
No, this is just...
Oh dear god, if this turns into epistemic debates or anything like that, I'm just gonna leave.
Definition. Oh my god.
The definition of definition. Oh gosh, they're about to get into that.
Oh dear
Oh
god.
god.
Raid and I usually meme about that. This one was actually. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh, looks like they did finish it.
Oh, did that? Let's
Yeah.
see.
Feels
No,
like
it's still saying live on my thing.
wow. Because
I
it feels
keep
like it's still around that 1 hour mark.
funny, bro. Okay, a definition of definition is a statement of the exact meaning of a word. Okay, that's the definition of definition. I asked you to define that this
Can I
axiom.
just do it?
right?
Can I just say what I was
care
gonna?
about this.
Can I just say what I was gonna say? This is so stupid,
Yeah,
bro.
it was just funny. It's just funny. I'm just trolling.
Yeah. So okay. 1 second. I need a second.
All right, I want to talk about the Yadamir here in a second, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, but
I don't. I think I may have misspoke earlier. I do not think the Yadamir is equivalent to the Shinra Tensei. I don't. By the way.
Okay. So what I was gonna say is, let's say that we define like an attack, right? Like I'm just gonna make up a universe and say there's a character named Greg with an ability, I don't know, Holus, right? And Holus is it just has the ability to nullify all defenses. Okay, right? It's like an ability where no matter what durability you have, it just bam pounds through that shit.
What
Okay?
ability we're talking about?
I'm making up an ability. I'm calling it Holus. It is Greg from My New Universe's ability. Okay, so Greg has Holus, and Holus just bypasses all durability. Okay. And that is the statement. We are
like
axiomatically declaring that. Okay.
Sure.
Right?
Like it's like a truth-seeking orb, kind of.
Sort of, yeah. So now, I am going to say that there is George, who has an ability called the Hose, which is just that it nullifies. Like so no, I'm gonna say it's actually called a piece of armor. It's a piece of armor called the Hose. No, just let me cook for a second, okay?
I'll try.
And
Swag is just going a really long way of doing the no limits fallacy thing.
They're trying to go over whether or not the Shinra Tensei statement's contradicted or not.
Yeah. Or a really long way of doing it.
Yeah.
the piece of armor has, like, let's just say one ability that I don't even have to get into, and it has a second sub ability where it has complete resistance to abilities of an absolute nature, like one that would, for example, bypass all durability. Okay, so both of these things can coexist. Okay, you can have the thing that nullifies all forms of durability and something that has resistance to absolute concepts like that, and they can both coexist in the same universe, right? One of them just takes priority or precedence over the other, which is what I'm saying
So
happens.
you're just
with
saying
the
that they're
Truth-Seeking Orb and
describing it
Shinra
wrong.
Tensei.
You're saying they're describing it wrong.
No, not necessarily. The Shinra Tensei can nullify all ninjutsu below, like, the, like, fucking, I don't know, like, tier of a Truth-Seeking Orb, because they both have the same ability.
So they are describing
but
it
they
wrong.
both, but yeah, well, wait, what do you mean?
So they didn't say like below a certain tier. It's just straight up saying
Right,
like,
but
it
we're
can
just
nullify
reasoning it
ninjutsu.
out. We're just reasoning it out because we've never seen
Yeah.
Shinra Tensei interact with a Truth-Seeking Orb anyway. So for all we know, they could cancel each other out.
Do you think that they? But then they're not. They're. I guess that would be a form of nullification. But I will say this. It doesn't say all ninjutsu. Like I said, you are making that up.
Wait, what?
It doesn't.
No,
say
it just says ninjutsu, as in, like.
You're assuming it means all ninjutsu.
Okay, show me a ninjutsu that it has not nullified.
Show me that it can nullify all ninjutsu, because it's your claim.
It's nullified every ninjutsu that it's been put up against.
So it hasn't been proven to nullify all ninjutsu then.
But it's nullified every ninjutsu that it's
That doesn't
been
mean it can
against.
nullify all though. So what's the proof that it actually can do
let's
all?
reread the let's reread the data book.
I know. I've read this data book. I know what it says. It doesn't say all. It says the repulsive force is so strong that ninjutsu and taijutsu are equally ineffective against this jutsu.
Yeah, like they don't work, as in it nullifies them all.
Well, that's not the case though. It doesn't say all.
Yeah.
It doesn't say all.
Yo, what's up, Erica?
Are you streaming too?
No, Erica just showed up in your chat. That's the
who's
girl I'm
Erica?
dating.
Who's Erica?
Erica's the girl I'm dating.
This man definitely AirLess.
Oh, what's up, Erica? Your boy Swag's doing pretty good. You need to be proud of him. I will say this, Swag, for someone that doesn't debate.
At this point, we got lost.
Let me give you this compliment real quick, unless you don't want it, in which case I'm gonna just have to kill you. But do you want this compliment or no?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna say for someone that doesn't debate a lot, I think you do a good job of prepping for debates. I think that people underestimate you. Now, that being said, this definitely doesn't fucking say all ninjutsu. You're making that shit up. So.
Okay, we can move on now if you want to that Yadamir shit. All right, you want to lay out your Yadamir argument?
Okay, yeah, we can just talk about.
If y'all don't mind, maybe conclude on that point too. I timed that point. That one was 30 minutes. So
I don't think we need a conclusion. Do you want to conclude?
Yeah, I don't think we need conclusion either. I think we can just move on to Yadamir.
Yeah, we can just talk about the Yadamir. So, Giovanni, bring me my scan. I need the Yadamir scan.
Someone in chat said, "Stay on Swagkage, you can cook."
All right. Hey, get me the scan where it's talking about the Yadamir and Susanoo and shit, the data book one. All right.
Your scan, sir.
Thank you, Giovanni. All right, so right here, boys, I got the scan printed off. So it says, let me read it. Its hands wield matchless sacred weapons. Susanoo boasts an absolutely perfect attack and defense because of the spirit weapon it wields in both hands. The 10-handed sword that can cut down any enemy in its right. Any enemy, Pain's in this data book, by the way. And the Yadamir, a shield that can repel any attack, not just jutsu, any attack. In the face of a god's powers, you know how they always talk about how Pain's a god. In the face of a god's powers, all attacks, whether from a material or astral body, ninjutsu or physical, lose their meaning. So that means that describes the Shinra Tensei, because not only is it a ninjutsu, it's also physical and non-physical. So it affects that whatsoever, and it loses its meaning against it. And just to prove it to you even further, the Yadamir, a spirit weapon without physical form. It's not a ninjutsu at all. It's a spirit weapon. And what it does, it actually reflects things back out at you. So in the same way that, like, you're describing Six Tails Naruto repelled it with his, like, cloak, like, it's actually stated that, like, when Naruto resists the Shinra Tensei, it actually...
Can you pull up the scan
yes.
Six just sent?
Yes.
Yeah, Yeah, somebody just said in chat that
You can't see it. Yeah, I understand. I'll put it up on screen. But here it is for everyone that wants to see it up close. There you go. I just wanted to print these off just so we know what we're doing. Anyway, what I was going to say was when the Six Tails repels, in fact, I'll post this again. When he repels the Shinra Tensei, he actually, here, I have it right here. We can just read it at the moment. So look at this scan, Swag.
Yeah.
It says, he withstood the almighty push and it shoved me back with the recoil. So what it's saying is if you can resist the almighty push, it repels it back. Not only does the Yadomir resist the almighty push, it also has a repelling effect. So if Pain uses the Shinra Tensei against Itachi, he will actually get blown back horrifically with the Yadomir, and it won't affect Itachi whatsoever.
Okay, so just so we're clear with chat, by the way, I want to say this before I respond to your point, because some people might be new here. This is not Edo Nagato, Edo Itachi. This is Sick Itachi versus Pain. And so I also want to say, just to, help you out a little bit, this is not Hideout Itachi. We agreed on that before the debate started, right? It's beginning of Shippuden Itachi. Yeah. Okay, so this is beginning of Shippuden Itachi, right? Mm-hmm. All right, I'm sorry that I'm about to have to do you like this, bro, but can you prove that beginning of Shippuden Itachi has the Yadomir and Totsuka plate?
Yeah, he has it. Why wouldn't he?
No, that is a baseless assumption. Like, you have to prove, because
you think he found it in that time frame?
Why not?
I said in the beginning of the debate that he gets all of his abilities.
No. I didn't. No, you didn't. You didn't say he gets all of his abilities.
So you're saying if he does have this, he just bodies?
No, well, no, let's establish whether or not he has the Yadomir or the Totsuka blade.
All the abilities he has when he's sick. He's just not going to die immediately. That's verbatim what I said.
No, I said something like that. That's what I said.
Well, I just realized because we're kind of getting to the Itachi stuff, it might be a good time to leave it here.
Yeah.
Thank you for staying here for the entire time. Like, even Carl, Neuer, and Alex, they joined and then they left, and you were here since the beginning. So,
no problem. No problem.
Yeah, thank you for that. I don't know, but yeah, it's a good time to leave it here.
All right, peace out, stream.
Thank you all for watching, even though there's probably no one there except from me watching on my mobile phone. I think Isa might be watching it, but thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next stream. Alright. That is that.